Ready up for Cyber Lunch.
New Year's. A time for renewal and resolutions, a time to celebrate, a time to be one with the universe, a time to get motivated, and a time to realize how many germs are floating around in that gym. A time to realize that you'd rather be a chub than get sick.
That's right.
A time to get hyped for the full year of media ahead of us. So Cyberbots, let's kick this year off right.
That's right.
Welcome back to the lunch table and Belly Up. I'm Justin.
I'm Daryl.
I'm Jake.
Welcome to Cyber Lunch. We are a weekly podcast that deals with the nostalgia reflected and integrated into our everyday lives through growing up in the digital revolution, plus a plethora of tangents and passionate discussions with special guests and over our favorite music, movies, video games, and television shows of the past and today. Today, I think we're going to go off the cuff, right?
Absolutely.
Don't tell me what to do, by the way.
I will tell you what to
it's
do.
Time for anything.
First thing you need to do, get a gym membership. Stop eating all those gummy bears.
I don't eat gummy bears.
Yeah, right.
Dude,
Not all the time.
Did you know that gummy bears are
a sugar rush for the gym?
Gummy bears are deer cartilage?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Is that true?
It's rather gross.
Vegans don't like gummy bears, though.
No, I've been told
Good.
that many
It's
times.
real
by many
bad.
vegans.
Good, leave them for the normal people.
Speaking of New Year's resolutions, do you guys have any?
Make it through.
Okay. Yeah.
Another one, I guess. Survive the year.
Hey, man, I'm going to try to do 25 push-ups this year. You see,
The whole year?
The thing about New Year's resolutions is you got to hype yourself up. You got to tell yourself, like, I'm getting a gym membership. I'm buying that $80 protein powder. Then you end up going for 3 weeks and you see the glowing signs of McDonald's arches coming right at you. And it's hard to get away from it. It's so cheap and easy.
Yeah, food's the worst, man.
Exactly. I just had a cheeseburger on the way over here and I don't even feel bad about it.
When I talked to you, you were eating pizza.
I know.
What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Was it cheeseburger pizza?
Well, now it is.
I think I have one. I have to quit smoking.
Everybody, yeah.
And
that's a hard one.
Just to do everything I'm supposed to do for my back.
Amen.
After surgery and stuff. So that's it. That's what I have to concentrate on this year.
I'm gonna whiten my teeth. I feel like I was.
You already tried that.
No, but here's the deal. Now a New Year's resolution is like a new thing. You know what I mean?
It's just
It's a
another
new
day.
beginning. No, it's not.
I wish our listeners could see eye rolling.
You're gonna, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Why can't we have blind optimism?
You're gonna give yourself root canal cancer or something like that.
I don't know why they choose like so close to like winter holidays to do like it's like you're exhausted from Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah Christmas, and it's like all of a sudden now you have to stop. We got to start over here. And we're doing a new year here now.
I'm working in an office currently. It's occupied, and so the people are still around me while I'm painting and doing whatever. And I hear this like guy come up. He's just like, "Yep, just took the stairs. Day 2." It's a 3-story building.
Good job.
It's like
Good
huffing
job,
and puffing. And you hear this other lady like, "I just started having a salad and doing this and doing that." It's like, God bless you for trying.
Well,
but
yeah,
it's
they're doing better than us.
Yeah, I know.
Talk to him 3 weeks later.
It's just
Speaking
like,
of eating habits, how are your cheese balls? Are they gone? I just remembered it.
They were. It was awesome. It was an awesome gift and everything, but that was a terrible mistake.
Oh, so they're gone.
Oh God, yeah, dude. What are you kidding me? That was like a month ago. Of course they're gone. They were gone, and I was doing pretty good at first, and then I had like 1 or 2 nights where I was watching movies or something, and man, it was bad. But they were good
because
though.
you get anxious.
Well, yeah, it's just something. I don't know. I'm boredom or something, and
Repetitive
I
motion.
love cheese balls. So yeah, they're gone. I think they're still in my colon somewhere, but they're gone.
Yeah.
You know what else is gone? You know what else is gone? All the great games of 2017. And we were talking about.
Dude, it was a pretty damn good year.
It was.
Games. I didn't even really realize it until I looked at the list.
Yes, absolutely. And we just wanted to look back quick on our top picks. Now, mine personally, Breath of the Wild took it for me, first place.
And it's still the case.
Still the case, absolutely. And I'm just about to get the new DLC that just came out. God, I can't remember the name of it. Yeah,
something.
Probably get a
ballad
motorcycle or something like that. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. And Cuphead, because there's nothing more unique than that. I know.
It was so hard. It was just, I love it, but I don't.
I gave up on it.
I did. You need 2 people. I can't do it alone.
No, you don't.
I think
it's harder.
I think it's worse with 2 people.
I think so. It is worse with 2 people, honestly, because it's more shit to pay attention to. Yeah, you have your buddy to help you out, but sometimes they get in the way and distract you.
Like me, and you have to.
Not necessarily, but it is it's heavily inspired bullet hell type game. So you already got enough going on in the screen, other than anybody else. Like sometimes I watch videos of it, like people are getting pretty crazy, beating it on expert and everything. I'm like, I want to go back and I want to play that.
I still have it. I still pop it in every once in a while. But
I love watching people play it.
Well, then I do, and then I just get slammed because I forgot everything.
Dude, there's like 26 bosses in that game.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I've only seen like a handful. Yeah, I'm like on it's the 6th one or something, and I wanted to pull my hair out.
You should at least do yourself a favor. You already gave them money, so
you have the time. You can grind.
It's at your discretion.
No, I do play it, but it's just it's a different kind of thing than a grind. It's not just a hard game. It's over and over and over and over and over. But it's quick. It's not like Dark Souls when you die and have to start over at a certain point. This is like you're dying every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's just over and over and over, and it's just constant frustration. There's no lull in it, so it's kind of I have to give myself a break from that stuff.
I just want to say that there's no shame in going to YouTube and looking up all the boss fights. Like watch a speed run.
Look, when I'm stuck on one, I'll look it up. But other than that, I don't want to know. I kind of want to be excited by the other ones.
Yeah, but if you're never gonna get back to it, and it's gonna haunt you forever. Back to it.
It's on digital. I got a digital. So
I'm just saying, if I can beat it, I think you've got the skill.
If Matt can beat it, I can beat it.
If Matt can beat it drunk, you can beat it. I've never heard someone almost lose their voice over party chat on Xbox. but he couldn't scream, so he's like,
you don't want to wake up the kid or the wife.
I beat Cuphead the other night.
We love you, Matt.
Yeah, we love you too. It just always sounds. Yeah, never mind.
Don't shout out to him. He just admitted me the other day he hasn't listened past episode 1, so he's never going to hear this.
Oh,
good.
Well, then
so we take that shout out back.
Yeah, take it.
You make me physically ill when we're playing together and you're wasted.
Sometimes.
That hiccuping and stuff makes me like gag. It sounds like he's going to throw up, but he's not. He's just...
Hey, I kind of don't blame him because I remember I drank like a whole bottle of water and I had one hiccup and it came out all over my sweatshirt on chat.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, Jesus. Sorry, that's very unpleasant. It was just water. We're fine. It's fine.
But you and Matt
we're all humans here.
You guys are the guys that are passing out and snoring all the time on
that is true.
Yeah,
all the time, really both bad. Of you.
I think Xbox Live shut me down because I'm still having issues with my NAT type. I have no idea what to do.
Like I said, man, I had a problem with that earlier, and it ended up being my controller. I had to get a new controller.
I don't want to because they're so cheaply made nowadays.
No, there's the new sets. The one I just got, not just got, but my red one that I got, it's better than my original one.
But I feel like the thumb pads or the joysticks, the rubber or plastic or whatever, it's just so cheap.
Well,
it feels lighter.
It feels different because they changed all that. Because
most of it was metal.
The thumbsticks were ripping for everybody. You had that on PlayStation 4 too. But they changed the sticks and they changed certain things in the game, in the controller, make it lighter. Because the original Xbox One controller is pretty hefty. It's a heavy controller.
I like it though, but
I do too.
And the original rubber, like it's all smoothed out for me. I haven't ripped mine. PlayStation ripped in less than a year.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I don't know. I'm just kind of upset about it because I really like the feel of that controller. Like I would even pick that controller over an Elite, just because I like the way the joysticks feel. And there's nothing wrong with it.
I don't think you'll have much of a choice.
I know.
Because it can't be the NAT type thing is. I don't know. You have to look that up.
It's just so weird. Because online it was telling me I had a false positive or something like that. Like the NAT was showing that it's open, but it's still moderate to closed. I'm sure we're boring everyone out there.
Wow,
oh my
really
God.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah,
anyway,
really cool
we do
story.
Get a break for
you
this.
are not changing your game of the year. Your decisions.
No.
Justin.
Well, it was a tough choice. Mario and Zelda.
Well, yeah, that's true. You've had longer time to play Mario.
Everyone says Persona 5.
I don't get
like Giant Bomb gave Persona 5 I think like third best in music. It's like yes, but
soundtrack's good.
I know,
it's
but
just a different
some of that singing though is just like really.
It's anime, man. If you like anime, you're gonna love it.
I guess.
So. Yeah, it's a little bit too much for me.
I'm not that much of a weeb. I'm just half on the fence with that type of stuff.
I'm half on the fence with that, and I only made it probably 6-7 hours into that game.
I can't put 100 hours into it,
No,
but I understand why some people like it because there's a lot of it's like rated R Animal Crossing, and
Sounds perfect for you.
I know it should, but who knows?
How about
Maybe one day.
How about you, Justin? Did you change your games?
No.
Wolfenstein.
I did Wolfenstein, and I really liked that game.
It is a good game. No,
Especially
you
for
finished
just
it now
being a
too.
shooter.
Everybody was
Yeah, I
hating
did-
on your song.
What's that?
Everybody was hating on his song.
What song?
We're not gonna take it at the
Oh,
end
really?
credits.
I love
That
it.
is the worst thing that has happened this year.
Who
and
is
blah,
hating
blah.
on it?
Yeah, who said
It's
that?
Giant Bombcast.
Oh, screw that.
Oh, well, I have heard other people rag on it.
Yeah,
I loved it. I thought it
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
and I haven't even beat it yet. So
I like it.
shame.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Shame.
change my game of the year.
Uh-oh.
I believe mine was Resident Evil, and I cannot remember for the life of me what the other one was. So it really mattered.
Horizon.
Horizon. That's
Duh.
right. Yeah. Duh.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna take Horizon off, and I'm putting on Assassin's Creed Origins because I put so much time.
Really?
Into that. Yeah, it's the most fun I had all year in the game. It really is, and it was like
Why?
the style of it, and they took their time, the detail in it, and everything else. It's just fun, and like the challenge of the gods and stuff like that was cool. Like I liked it. I played it a lot, and I had a lot of fun.
You're really disappointed, Daryl.
Yeah, why are you so disappointed?
I don't know. It's to each their own, I guess.
It's just because you hear Assassin's Creed, you haven't even tried it.
No, it's not even anything to do with that. It's my own personal self-loathing because I still have Witcher 3 Complete Edition sitting in my library that I have yet to complete, obviously.
God, I hate ads.
I was like,
I got a
excuse
car
me?
for Christmas.
Justin's playing Burnout
I'm one of those
over here.
assholes.
You got a
who
Hot
gets
Wheels.
car with a bow on it. and-
I love
Bueller.
Assassin's Creed. Just doing the tombs, raiding the pyramids and stuff
Oh.
like that is freaking awesome.
Back to what I was saying, it's like I have so many other RPGs that I want to play that I get
Yeah.
overwhelmed, and I feel like I could play that game for about 10 hours, but after that I'm just a little first world problem right now, just trying to. There's too much coming at me.
Yeah, but because you're buying everything.
I know.
Like
You
I
are.
have to choose and pick between I had to red box that game in order to play through it because I can't afford.
Well, I did
I'm not buying it.
I did most of that
Jeez,
with
might as well bought it.
I know.
Well, I did that with Evil Within 2. I just rented it for 2 nights. And I think I put like 12 hours into it.
I like that.
It's just something that I know that I can beat in a certain amount of time. It's not that it's going to be this infinite game because it's not something I'm interested in. It's infinitely playing that game.
It's not infinite.
No, I'm just saying like 200 hours to me seems like an infinity.
It's 200 hours to 100% the thing. It's like you could probably finish it in less than 20 hours, like the entire game. It's not. It's just I put in all that time because I was wandering around doing all the question marks on the map because it's ridiculous how much crap's on the map. But
I know.
But it's one of those games you can just throw in and then go run around, do a couple
I do
things,
like
and then
dropping
come
in and
back.
out stuff like that.
Have you played it, Justin?
No, I'd like to play it just because I like Egyptians, kind of that whole culture. And
That's what got me.
It's kinda cool.
It's
To be able to walk around
The
that.
attention to detail in the game is ridiculous, man.
I'm not going to change my game of the year to it, and maybe I just went in with low expectations, but I've been really enjoying Battlefront lately.
Really?
Yeah, man, I
got-
have.
I
I've
got
been
rid
playing
of
a
it.
bunch of it online.
I got rid of it.
Oh, well, nah. Yeah, I've been playing a bunch of multiplayer. I've been going through all the different modes and trying everybody out. I probably got a few hours logged into that.
Yeah, I put a lot. I mean, the space battle stuff I really like. I like how they kind of retooled.
I even like the heroes and villails, and that's cool too.
Yeah, well, they have the first DLC came out for that, right? The
That
crate,
I know of.
the crate with the little speeders on ground. With the,
Oh yeah,
with
is that
red-
the first?
That's
yeah.
the first DLC, yeah. So I didn't play that, but
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that place later.
I got Sonic Forces, by the way.
Is that different from the one that came out? Like,
Yeah, Sonic Mania is the one that's like fashioned to be all the nostalgia.
oh yeah, Sonic
piece.
Force is like the new one. That
Yeah,
one's
like
okay,
the new
I've heard.
3D. It's not great.
Oh,
It's
is that
gotta
on
be
your
better
Switch?
than like.
Yeah, I actually brought it. I have it with me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I've been carrying that thing around everywhere with me. Like if I go
It is
anywhere,
portable.
I just kind of keep it in my car because who knows when I can bust out Mario Kart or like play Metal Slug. You know what I mean? Like you never know when you can use it. But
I got Transformers Devastation for like $4.
oh man, I
pretty
wanted
good.
to play that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Is it more hack and slash or
Well, that's all it is. It's a love letter to those cartoons.
really?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's not. It's
Everything
nothing.
is these days.
Yeah, but it's nothing like amazing like the world and stuff. But the action, it's Platinum Games that made it, so it's that kind of combat, and you can transform anytime you want. You can
Really?
You can play all the Autobots.
You have to save Megan Fox.
No, but you have to. I was just telling Justin, all the bosses that you fight, like you fight Devastator, but you have to fight like each individual guy first, and then they come back like throughout different levels.
Yeah, they do like a gauntlet of them all.
Yeah,
at the end.
and then they all transform into the main Devastator, the construction guy, and then you have to fight him and stuff like that. It's just cool. Like it's a fun game. I haven't beat it yet or nothing like that, but it's like it's fun. I mean, like I said, I paid. I think it was $4.99, and I had some credit left over on my currency or whatever.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
just like, whatever.
You got Bastion too. Have you ever played
Bastion.
that?
I did. I played like probably like 2 or 3 hours of it so far. I just have to have one of the when I'm in a mode for that kind of game.
I don't even know what the hell it is.
I've
heard its name through conjecture, but
of
that's even applicable.
Think of Zelda, like 3/4 top-down view. How the old Zelda style was.
Isometric.
But it's weird, like Hyper Light Drifter. Like it has that weird kind of world where the world is being built around you as you're moving through the world, and it's everything you do is narrated. It's really. I thought it would be like intrusive and stuff, but it's awesome because it helps you through the game. It's almost like your tutorial. Like he kept, if you fall, it's like he took the wrong step. And
is it like Stanley Parable where it's like
I don't know.
He went through the left door and then you go through the right. He decided later that he will go through the right door.
Kind of, but not that corny.
Have you heard of that game?
Now that
Stanley
I like
Parable
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's like there's a narrator the whole time, but he's just throwing he's telling you to do things and you can choose to obey him, but you can also choose to not.
Oh, what was that on?
Xbox 360, I believe. If not Xbox One.
So
not too long ago,
Okay.
yeah.
It's kind of like that, but less corny. It's like actually like the narrator is a very good voice actor, so it's like it's well done.
Did you beat the Battlefront 2 campaign?
Of course I did.
Ugh, how bad was that?
And the post campaign.
I didn't finish it yet.
I liked
The first 2 missions are good, and then you decided that you're not going to play as
God, you got to stop being an emo.
dude. It's okay.
Just like, who cares?
Yeah, but what's the premise of that of the campaign? Was supposed to be that you're playing on the Empire as part of the Empire.
Well, yeah,
and
they
it
should have been
lasted
straightforward
It
on that,
lasted
but-
for 2 missions.
The whole thing about Star Wars is like rebellion of stuff, and
Yeah, but do something different. Come on, I'm sick of this.
we'll get to it.
I'm sick of the same thing all
Yeah,
the time.
heads
man.
up, we're going to do a bit of a spoiler cast on The Last Jedi for the later half of the show, so if you want to stick around and hear some of the finer points of our thoughts, we're going to have some negative things, and we're also going to have some positive things, because not everything can always be bad, so I just wanted
It's
to
Star
say
Wars.
that.
There's got to be
You can pull
a
a
ray of
few
hope.
things out of the hat in that movie that you're like, okay, but we're going to get into it. Anyways,
after the break.
after the break. Now that we're in 2018, it's
Wait.
probably... Okay, go ahead.
Can I do one more thing?
Just do one more thing, and then...
Well, we talked about games of the year. I want to change my movie of the year too,
Oh, yeah.
just real quick.
From John Wick 2?
Yes, and only because I hadn't seen. Well, that was one of them anyway. I hadn't seen this up till then, but that Blade Runner 2049 is definitely my favorite movie of the year. That movie was ridiculous.
Criminally underrated.
Oh, I can't believe how
You need
underrated
to see it
it
on a
was.
big screen, too.
I know. I never saw it on that. That's why I
Roger
regret
Deakins, man.
that was
music,
amazing.
though.
The music,
Yeah,
the way it was
they
filmed,
really killed the music.
everything about it was great. Just a little, like I was talking to Justin about, just a little ways that he does his movies where it gives you outlook on a character with just by their surroundings, like Jared Leto's character. Just the way his surroundings were kind of told you how rich he was and everything else just by little tone, like not even spoken word. It was just like little tones of things and the way things looked. and
Just the
stuff.
way
It's-
they set the scene. And
It was so good, and it was seamless with the original. Like it looked like the original. It sounded like the original. Harrison Ford's new little part in there was not corny. Like it was good. It meant something. Like it was good, man. I really, 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 really enjoyed that.
so is Indiana Jones going to die in the next Indiana Jones
Let
movie?
me fucking guess.
Who's gonna be Indiana Jones, by the way?
Harrison Ford?
No. It's like moving on to a younger version, but not with LaBeouf.
Probably the dude that played in Hacksaw Ridge.
I never saw. Oh no, not that guy. This old Spider-Man guy.
I can see him being Indiana
Oh
Jones.
God.
Andrew Garfield?
I said I'm just gonna get one more.
I saw a video on somebody posted online, funniest movie scene ever, and it was from Hacksaw Ridge where, what's his name, their drill sergeant. The guy had a knife in his foot, and the drill sergeant's yelling at him. Who's the Vince Vaughn? This is drill
okay.
sergeant.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, this is not funny.
Is that a Clint Eastwood movie?
Do not ask me. I saw it on Netflix. Morbid curiosity set in. I'm not a huge Andrew Garfield fan. I'm sure he's a fine man and a gentleman, but it's just, especially in that role, just his southern accent just wasn't so convincing. And I'm sure that dude that did actually save all those people is a badass. I just felt like he didn't really fit the role.
Oh, no, it wasn't Clint Eastwood. It was Mel Gibson movie.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Wind Talkers. Isn't that it?
That one.
It wasn't a bad one.
Oh, We Were Soldiers is the last one I was thinking of. The Mel Gibson war movie.
Wasn't that like the Vietnam one?
Yeah. Why are you looking perplexed, Mr. Movie Guy?
I don't know. I'm just perplexed.
Do you remember, speaking of war movies, do you remember this one? Nobody really remembers this when I bring it up. Thin Red Line.
Oh, duh. I got it. I got it over there.
I remember the first time I saw that.
Oh, that's Thin Blue Line. There's Thin Red Line.
Yep.
There's a Thin Blue Line and there's a Thin Red Line.
Is there really?
And you don't want to... Yeah, man.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys see Dunkirk?
They're two completely different movies.
It's PG-13. I'll wait.
I'll see it. I'll rent it on Redbox when I get like a free night or something.
Yeah.
It's
That's
probably
true.
like 3 hours long because it's Nolan, so I gotta put aside a
It's
bunch of
definitely a
time.
popcorn eater movie.
Well, that's
you know.
the only reason I'll see it is because it's Nolan.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I probably wouldn't even bother.
Batman comes out of nowhere.
With it. Yeah. It'd be a good Batman too.
You know what would be awesome? If
Where's Hitler?
Who's the guy that played Scarecrow? And
Cillian Murphy?
Yeah.
yeah,
Murphy.
it'd be funny if he like somehow like got some serum at the end of Dunkirk, and then later on like survived that he couldn't age, and then like became Scarecrow later on in life.
I heard that's what happens in the movie.
That's awesome. That'd be an awesome ending to
Dunkirk
Dunkirk.
2.
Well, but Scarecrow's not a timeless being or anything. He's just a crazy person.
No, but I'm writing my own fan fiction,
Oh.
so why would you ruin that for me?
Sounded like Zack Snyder there for a second with nonsensical turns and twists.
It doesn't have to make sense.
It's just gotta look
That's
cool.
what
It
Zack
just gotta look
Snyder
good.
says.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to make sense. Just make it look good.
Just like a Star Wars movie. So, speaking of movies, we're going to look forward to 2018. There's a lot of questionable things on this list. First being Venom. Really, that's going to come out next year?
What are we talking about? The movies we're looking forward to?
Yeah. I was
Just
thinking to myself,
what's
like,
coming
no
out.
way. Then again, you don't really see any more or any Hollywood movies, like A-tier Hollywood movies, be canceled ever.
Dude, it'll come out.
It's coming out. Is Tom Hardy still doing it?
As last I heard, it's gonna be R.
Yeah,
see,
but if
because
it's
our
anything like
movie-
Mad
I mean-
Max,
Mad Max was great.
Yeah.
debatable.
No, it's not.
It was.
I like that
It
movie.
was.
I mean, of
better
course
than
it's
Thunderdome.
debatable. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. But I loved it. It's another one of those it gave me the same feeling as Blade Runner. Like it matched that.
What about
aesthetic.
all like the chicks?
What about it? It was just creepy. It was like another creepy Mad Max movie. All
No,
his
they cut out
movies are
way
creepy.
too much. Hang on, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get this, and he comes back blood soaked with.
That
like,
was awesome. He just
No,
walks off in the distance.
it's
You just see
stupid.
explosions. That was awesome. I love that part.
No, I want to
Daryl has
see
like
the
a
fight.
fiery look on his face right now.
I wanted to see that fight. That's the reason I went to that movie theater.
Yeah, it seemed like more like Furiosa was the main character of it, but
Yes. Yes.
it is what it is.
What are you doing?
You're clipping.
I'll be all
Oh,
right.
you're yelling. Daryl can't hear through his headphones that good right now.
Yeah,
so.
the XLR cable just decided to like take a shit on us, so
Right
whatever.
before, yeah.
Right before we
Is that a
started
stereo
recording.
mono thing or
I don't know. Something's not sending something to
Stereo.
something.
mono?
Am I?
Well, it's all right. Who cares? We'll figure
No,
it out.
dude, I think Venom would be good. I mean, I think Hollywood started to trust the R rating more. It used to be like the kiss of death. You're like, oh, you ain't gonna make any money because nobody's gonna take their kids.
Well, not
But
after
now people don't
Deadpool.
care what they take their kids to. They'll take them at 3 a.m. to go see Venom.
I don't
So.
necessarily think it's going to be good, but I'm excited to see what they do.
It'll be better than
I want it to surprise me.
a lot of Spider-Man movies.
Did you like Homecoming?
Yeah, I'm just kind of tired of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's just-
That's not the fault of that movie, though.
no,
Because it's
no,
not. It's not.
absolutely not. No.
If we would have got this before the Garfield one, I would have been the Rhino BS.
That was bad.
I would have
The first
been way
one
happier.
was okay. That second one,
It was.
just-
It was okay, but it was not
That
good.
second one was just. Oh my god.
I didn't even see it.
Oh, it was so
With
bad.
that was with Lizard, right?
No, it was with Electro with
Oh,
Jamie
that's
Foxx.
no, but it was
Yeah.
Lizard, Rhino, and Electro. Remember, there was like
Rhino was like in for
Rhino
2
was
minutes.
30
It's
seconds,
Paul,
right.
Paul Giamatti or something.
Yeah.
But the Lizard was in it. I thought, wasn't
Oh,
he? With the
that's right. Yeah,
regenerated
yeah,
guy, you
yeah.
could barely remember him. Like it was that bad. Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. that
That's
was a
why I
bad
always
one.
our buddy Mike is always into Superman or Spider-Man, and I'm always like, Spider-Man sucks, dude, because he liked all those movies, but it's just because it's
I thought he
Spider-Man.
was into Captain America, and those are some good movies.
I love that stuff. I'm excited for bringing that up. Infinity War. I'm excited.
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
another movie.
I
That's
think
coming
we
out next
bringing
year.
that up like every episode.
Well, but it's 2018
Well, that's because we're
movie.
a bunch of nerds.
I know. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
No.
Who cares?
No.
Wait,
yeah,
Ant-Man and the Wasp?
yeah.
There's a 2018 Ant-Man and the Wasp movie coming out?
Apparently.
Yeah, and,
Jeez, how many ancillary studios does Marvel have now?
I don't know.
Jeez.
It's Disney.
Speaking of ancillary movies, you got Solo coming out, too.
Yeah.
Would that be a holiday thing?
No,
Yes.
it's March.
Oh, that's like soon?
Yeah, it's supposed to be
Oh,
on
it's in
March
post.
25th.
Oh, wow.
The only thing that will save that for me, the only reason I have any hope for that is because Ron Howard is doing it.
Yeah, but who's gonna be Han?
That's the other
Solo?
thing that's scaring me. I can't remember that guy's name, but I heard rumors that
Is Solo the one where it has
yes.
Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian?
Yes.
I'm going to love that. I think that's a perfect cast.
I'm looking forward to 50 Shades Freed. I want to know how that trilogy ends.
Alden
Ehrenreich?
Ehrenreich?
I've never heard of him.
Ehrenreich? Yeah, I don't know.
There's a
this
new
guy.
Tomb Raider movie coming
Hey,
out.
maybe he'll sell us on himself.
Pacific
never
Rim
know.
Uprising. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, that trailer looked okay.
I fell asleep in that movie.
I like that movie.
Oh, freaking Jurassic World! I can't
Yeah,
believe it. What are they
yeah.
gonna do with that? That's not already been beat to death and
I
turned
used
into
to
Campbell
love those
soup.
too, and I even
April
gave
20th, Super Troopers 2.
No way.
Yeah.
420.
Yeah.
They would
Yeah. I'm definitely going to see that.
have to take the day off work there, and the day after maybe.
What else? Deadpool 2,
Yeah,
Incredibles 2.
Yeah, we've only been waiting like 11 years for
Yep.
that one.
yeah. There's once again a lot of superhero movies too, because then you got Black
Predator.
Panther,
I
Dark
didn't-
Phoenix. I forgot about that.
The Predator. I didn't never heard they were doing another one.
Everything's sequels and everything's prequels and everything's remakes and
Except for Ready Player One.
Oh, that's right.
that's
Yeah,
source
yeah, yeah.
material, man. That was a book.
Yep.
That's okay.
Oh.
There's an untitled New Line
Aquaman
horror
2.
film coming out on September 7th.
New Line.
I wonder what that is.
New Line was out of business. I
What's
thought.
it called?
It's untitled. That's what it says right here. They just have a spot.
Oh, it's
for
called Ocean's 8.
it. Ugh.
What about the new Insidious, Daryl? You like those? Are you gonna see that?
No.
I heard it was.
No.
I heard it was bad.
No, Daryl?
I don't mess with those movies.
Creed 2. Never saw Creed. And then the new Spider-Man movie too, in the end of the year.
I Netflix watch all the other Insidious movies, so
What about the new Hellboy with the sheriff?
That's
from,
not this year, is it?
That's what IMDb said. Well, it's filming, so I mean, it might get. Ooh, Mila Jovovich is in it too,
Uh-huh.
and Ian McShane. Oh man, that's
I'm
a
excited.
Really good
It's rated R,
cast,
too.
dude.
I'm excited for that one.
And then you got that Halloween movie coming out too. Oh, come
how
on,
many
dude.
Rehashes. Come on. Watch the originals.
What about Rampage? I think that's
I still can't believe they're doing that movie.
God.
Oh my god.
What is The Rock doing?
Did you know he was the highest paid actor?
Well, yeah, 'cause he does a movie a
Hollywood?
month.
Man, I love the guy though. I can't say nothing. I
like him.
Mission Impossible 6. Get out of here with that. They're up against Teen Titans Go though, so I don't know if that'll work out for
What
them.
about Bruce Willis doing the new Death Wish?
I heard something about that, but I haven't seen anything after that.
what about Holmes and Watson featuring Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly?
I'm over
Wait,
it.
what?
Over it. Over
Oh
it.
man. Oh, that
Yes.
doesn't come out until like next Christmas, man. Why you get me all?
Oh, so it's like
Oh, it says
Sherlock Holmes?
2018, yeah.
That's an interesting take on that.
I'm sure. Will it be tongue in cheek or will it be serious?
Mystery action.
It'd be like the other guys or something.
Huh?
Feel like
That'll be interesting.
I don't know. There's not too much I'm excited for. I mean,
So
the
this
big
2018.
tentpole ones that
Well, and then the ones will sneak in that you didn't hear about the indies. It'll be like, oh damn, that's good.
Did you ever see Sicario?
I did.
I heard it was
remember,
good.
Yeah, I think I remember it being pretty bad. It was kind of intense.
That was
and
Benicio, right?
exhausting. Yeah, of course.
Sicario 2's coming on. I saw that.
Yeah, he's always good in
What
whatever
about-
role they put him in, man.
What about The Commuter with Liam
See,
Neeson?
I don't really care for Liam Neeson, but that trailer always kind of is like,
Dude, he's great in that movie. As soon as he hit Taken, he found his niche for the next freaking
Yeah.
10, 15 years that he can just keep busy. I love it.
he's lucky that it worked. Because if not, it would have been like, look at this old guy trying to be all. Which is kind of how I see him. But
The original one, though, was awesome.
yeah, no, the original one was
It
awesome.
was really, really good. I like that a lot.
Already bought my tickets for my most anticipated movie of 2018,
What's that?
50 Shades Freed.
I already said that. I
Yeah.
took it from you first.
Damn it.
How about Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation?
Why not? The kids like it. All my cousins and everything that are younger get into them, so whatever. Sandler's got to make his money somehow.
They're doing that weird tripped out Christopher Robin movie. Is coming out this year, too.
Oh, that's right. And they're doing a live action Little Mermaid too.
whatever.
They keep doing those live action things.
Well, because
It's
it makes
garbage.
$8 billion.
Garbage.
I think it's garbage.
Yeah.
Personally.
Well, I don't know. I kind of want to see that Lion King one. I heard they're doing anything Lion King, I'll watch.
Yeah, but
What-
I saw the Jungle Book and it was just
That was okay.
appallingly
the
bad.
Suspiria movie. I forgot about that. Have you ever seen that, Daryl? Have you ever seen Suspiria?
no.
Oh,
That's
sweet.
that Italian horror, right?
Yeah, with
I've
like
seen
the.
that. Yeah.
I'm
What
not
is- what
excited
is
for the remake, but I
Ferdinand?
forgot about Ferdinand.
Is that bird?
It's a live action about. It's like it was a book about like a bull, and they made it into a
That's
movie.
it. Goes. Here's the box office. Star Wars 220 million. Ferdinand 13 million. And then the
Well,
next
Star
one-
Wars made like 10 or like 100 million opening night.
It didn't make nearly as much as the other ones though.
Force Awakens.
Yeah, it didn't. It's not even close. Freaking Justice League still making money.
What
It
about-
made $5 million this weekend.
What about Black Panther?
Nah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna see it
Looks
because I've
pretty
seen them all.
sweet.
I
but
kind of like. Yeah, I didn't.
he was sick in Civil War.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
Yeah, he's kind of a badass.
when he was chasing down the Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier was on the motorcycle, and Black
He's
Panther
just
was just
hauling
freaking
ass.
hauling ass.
I just don't know if you can do like a whole movie unless they like do a really good story or something.
I think that they can nail it. That was a pretty deep character. I'm
Yeah,
just
no, actually, well, in the comics, absolutely.
kind of funny guys are doing every week. They're watching the Marvel movies in order, one starting,
I've
and then
seen
they're
that
doing a
timeline, yeah.
whole review on each one, and just listening to those again is like, man, I got to go back and watch those original.
Well,
movies.
especially if you go back to like Iron Man 1.
That's
and,
what they
like,
started with.
The
yeah.
Hulk that
Yep,
like
that's
Ang
their
Lee
next one.
did and stuff. It's like, man, those are.
Yeah, you forget it, and then it's weird how you can see the transition to when Disney bought them.
Yeah,
But
and we'll get into that later too.
yeah, but they're at least they're bringing. I mean, hardly any of the Avenger movies or the Super Marvel movies are I would say great movies, but they're fun. I pretty much have liked almost everyone. I still haven't seen Thor though. That's got to be coming out soon on DVD.
Yeah,
or something.
probably.
It's so good.
Is
wanna
it
see
so
it.
good?
I enjoyed it. It's probably one of my favorite like fun superhero movies of last year.
Yeah, they
Guardians
usually do a
2
good
was
job of,
good
like-
too.
I
but
didn't like that movie.
It was all right.
Which one?
Guardians 2 disappointed me.
What the hell is
I haven't finished it because it just felt like more of the same.
That's
it didn't
exactly
capture
what
my.
I felt. Yeah.
It's on Netflix now, so I'll eventually finish.
What do you
There
expect?
are two things I loved in it. The opening sequence is great.
Oh, with-
so I was
with
like,
Groot
okay, this
dancing
is
and
cool.
stuff?
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
all the shit going on in the
Yeah, that
background,
was
and
pretty
then
cool.
I was like, when they said they were doing Ego, the Living Planet, I'm like, how are they going to do this to make it
And
on
they
film
didn't.
and not look stupid like the Green Lantern bad guy, the Fog? Like, how are they going to
Oh,
do this? And
yeah.
Kurt Russell, it was awesome. I thought they did a really good job. But everything else, it was like all the jokes were so forced over and over and over. Oh yeah, yeah. Thanks for bringing
Yeah, I
that
brought
up.
that up.
Dark Phoenix.
Did
you
you?
say something?
Yeah, I said
Oh.
there's a bunch of superhero movies coming out. Black Panther and Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, but I didn't understand what Dark Phoenix was. You should have
Yeah.
said X-Men. I had no idea what that insinuated.
Oh, yeah.
And I never knew Sophie Turner was
Yep.
who is she, Jean,
Jean
now?
Grey, yeah.
Yeah, she was in the first class and stuff.
That's so, I guess
Sansa
shows.
Stark is Jean Grey.
Don't
Is
even
that
get
who
me
that is?
started. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sansa. the
come on.
redhead one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The annoying looking one, right?
snooty one.
Actually, she's not the annoying one. The annoying looking one. It's the little sister. That chick is weird looking, man. Sorry. She reminds me. You remember Last Starfighter? I was talking about this before. There's an alien. The bad guys on there are these aliens with their eyes are like way apart from each other.
It's like those cats
If
that
I
have
show
like the
it,
big
I'm gonna
googly
look up.
eyes on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up a picture of this
Ed
alien.
Sheeran has that too.
And I don't. That's that singer, right?
Yeah, he has that same kind of. Duh.
I'm gonna show you a picture of these things, and that's what reminds me of the little one. So carry on.
They're beautiful human beings.
I mean, good for her.
Are you
but
not?
The older she gets, the weirder she looks.
Are you
all I'm
enthralled?
saying.
Yeah. Are you enthralled by Dark Phoenix, or are you?
I'm just surprised that they would even go there, honestly.
No, that's the next logical step.
We're
it's
going
been-
back in time. We're going forward. We're doing this. We're
Didn't-
doing that.
Disney is still trying to buy Fox, right?
I don't really know what happened
No,
with that.
they bought them.
No, but Congress or Senate was voting
Yeah,
on it
there
though
was
because
some-
of
there
a
was some
the
things going on.
Monopoly.
monopoly deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But could you imagine the Avengers universe being able to have the X-Men universe with it too?
X-Men
like
meets the
everybody
Avengers.
being
Yeah.
able to show up in
That's like a
anybody's
whole
movie.
new
It's awesome.
chock full of Marvel comics there.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a bunch of slapstick garbage.
Everything is.
That's what it is.
You bring the
I
kids.
guess.
Thanks, Kevin Feige.
True. I mean, I guess
That
that's
dude's been
Frickin'
in on
Feige.
that since day one too. He was the original producer for Iron Man, and he's like ahead of that whole studio. I just love
Still
that.
don't know who this dude
That's
is.
what I think is so funny is Justin didn't believe or know that this guy existed. He thought I just made up Kevin Feige, And then he like sends me a link on Facebook with Kevin Feige doing a speech. He's like, "Holy shit, this guy exists!" It's like, yeah, he's like a big time movie producer.
And his name looks like exactly. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess that's how I'd say it too.
Yeah,
Figgy.
Figgy. You don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to try. You don't want to try too many different pronunciations of that. You might stumble upon an insult instead of a last name.
And then you'll have to apologize.
Is
to the
everybody
internet.
playing Candy Crush or Words with Friends? What are you kids into these days?
Well, I forgot my laptop. That's really mean.
I know. That's why I'm not.
So
saying.
that alien. That's the Maisie Williams alien.
Yes,
huh?
it just reminds me because her eyes are here and her mouth is up here with her eyes, and it's just. I'm sorry.
We're
it's
all
me.
very animated. Oh my god.
We try to have a good time here at the lunch
Yeah.
table.
Anyway.
You gonna go see The Nun?
Now, is that an Insidious spinoff?
No, that's a Conjuring spinoff.
Oh, Conjuring spinoff.
Yeah.
Which ones do you like?
I like The Conjuring.
Oh, I like Insidious.
Conjuring 2 reminds me of Babadook. But
Never seen any
but
of
it's
these.
set in like an English flat.
I heard The Conjuring is a good movie though, like the original one.
I didn't believe the first one. I don't know. I felt like it was I feel like I was watching like Ghost Hunters.
Kinda, yeah.
Speaking of The Conjuring, that's weird you bring it up. That guy that directed that,
James
is
Wan?
he's now in charge. No, it was like maybe a producer on it then.
Oh, okay.
He's now in charge of the DC films. They just made the one guy step down, and they put this
really?
new guy
I
in
wonder which
charge.
one
But
that
he's
is.
like Conjuring and stuff like that. I'm like, that's weird. So he's in charge of like Justice League and shit from now on. So it's it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with that because they need a.
You still
like,
haven't seen the Justice League.
I'm just gonna buy it when it comes out. I don't care how bad it is
Oh,
because
I forgot that was out.
Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
is
I need to
not-
watch
already
that.
out.
No, not yet. It's coming.
I need to watch that in doses. Like I need to be able to pause and watch the rest tomorrow.
Every time I hear that Wonder Woman theme
You will
song,
be when
it
you
cracks
watch
me
it.
up because I just remember Justin's look on his face.
James Wan.
Yeah.
Well, that was the director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Of
know
Conjuring,
who he is.
anyway.
He did like all the old original Saw movies too, man. He's been around forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here for a break quick. We'll be
Well,
right
wait,
back.
talk about your VR first.
We'll hit that another time. Hit a break.
Are you sure? What do you have to go to the bathroom? Yeah, no kidding. Nice. That's called a. Daryl just hit the air brake. We're locking up. We'll check it out here in a second.
Yep. Yep. We've waited 30 years to see Luke Skywalker on screen.
Yeah, that was worth it, huh?
30 painful.
I can't even.
Lovely
I can't even
years.
explain my disappointment in this movie. It made me feel it was.
Now you're just jumping on a bandwagon.
No, I had a lot of time to think about this.
By
Hey,
the way,
and-
this is a spoiler zone.
By the
Yeah,
way, this
spoiler,
is Spoiler
spoiler,
Cast.
spoiler.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to be getting into this pretty deep here. I
gonna
have some
jump into
fan
The Last
fiction
of
I
the
want to
Jedi.
share with you at some point if, time wills it. But Jake, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a list here.
You've only seen it once.
Right. Right.
and he has a list.
I do because I had a lot of time to think about it, and I watched a lot of things about it and everything else, just trying to see if there was like people with like, no, this is why it's what they're doing. But I'm gonna put this. This was like when I went and saw The Phantom Menace the first time, and I knew we were in trouble.
And you're just like, oh no,
I was
wait,
like,
what?
oh no. Yeah, like what is happening? And that's exactly how I felt with this movie. So we're just going to start. I haven't tried to have it in chronological order of the stuff I didn't like, but I'm going to go through real quick cool stuff like that I did like about the movie.
Are you sure you want to start there? Because
Yeah,
that
because
might-
there's only like 4 of those.
well, then maybe we should save it for the ending and just,
Okay,
everybody's
all
like,
right.
which news do you want to hear, the bad or the good?
Let's do the bad first then.
Okay.
All right. Well, and I'll just state what I have here, and then we'll
Did
go
you
off
like
that.
Force Awakens?
I did. I enjoy
I
that
like it
movie.
more now.
Yeah, no shit. It's like a
You know, my
first
favorite
masterpiece.
Rogue One is where it's at right
I think
now.
I don't.
I
there-
think so.
it was good.
I think we talked about that, Daryl.
Yeah,
It was good, but it's not-
I'm right with you.
as like a side.
I think Solo is going to be good too.
I have
I thought
high
the
doubts.
storyline was where the movies were going to be, but I think the side movies is
It's still Kathleen Kennedy and fucking Disney. I don't have any hope for anything that's coming because of this. Like I did at first when Force
told-
Awakens
I
came
told
out.
us
I was
so.
like, okay.
Fucking a Totoso.
Anyway. We'll start here. I try to have them in chronological order. I'll tell
Do
you.
it.
I'll
Do
tell
it
you
now.
I'll tell you my thing, and then we'll just go off of it. Starting right away from the beginning, the first battle scene.
A New Hope, you mean?
No,
Well, you said from the beginning.
Phantom Menace is the
Return
beginning.
of the Jedi, or of the Last Jedi. I didn't know that space had gravity to drop bombs.
It does. Oh, to drop bombs.
Like them?
The little red ones.
They had accelerators on the top of the bombs that
they
thrusted
well,
them down.
Whatever. Explain something. And then we're supposed
Okay.
to.
They were
There.
magnetized to the actual ship, so that was make.
No, because
made
they
them
had to.
capable
They had to
fall.
drop those to get through
But
the
did they
shields.
say that?
They don't need to. It's in canon.
Whatever. it's
In the canon, literally. Thank you. I'll be here all night.
Plus, they had a character in there that we didn't even know or
You're
care about.
hilarious, dear. I love you.
I love you too.
The chick in the bomber that we're supposed to care about. We didn't even know who she was. Unlike
We don't need to.
We don't
it's-
need
it's
to.
stupid.
And her sister that was.
I
her
cried.
Character.
The
I
worst
cried the
character of
first
the movie.
time. Hey, I cried the first time
No,
I
you
saw
didn't.
that. Yes, I did.
Best part of the movie.
Yeah, when she kicked the stairs and then the remote just dropped.
It was
If you remember that part.
I like to laugh during
On
my
the
Star
fourth
Wars.
kick, it falls and then she catches it.
no. She misses it first, and then miraculously reaches out farther and catches it.
That's right. Thank you.
Reminded me of that scene in Lost World when they're like in that big old shuttle that was falling down the cliff and there was all that shit hanging, flying down.
Holy shit.
No,
that was the
that
best scene
bus
in that
thing.
movie.
The bus thing.
Yeah, with Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
Or not Jeff Bridges. Jeff Goldblum.
Not to
The
tangent
chef.
too hard, but in the Lost World, I felt like that scene with the baby T-Rex was just as tense as some of the best moments in the first movie. Granted, Lost World as a whole isn't a great movie, but
Daryl,
that scene
Daryl,
is
Daryl.
amazing.
Daryl.
We can go off on a tangent anytime
Star
about
Wars.
Lost World and how it is actually a good sequel, but we should do that another time.
It's Star Wars.
Can we do that
We
next
gotta
week?
get through
Can we-
these.
Can we do that next week? We'll do Jurassic World Buzz.
Can I have a hot fudge sundae first? I just wanted to say that he brought
I
it up.
agree.
It's fine.
I agree.
It's fine. Everyone's fine. You're fine. Okay, so you
I
didn't
just-
like
I
Rose.
I can go off on a
No,
tangent right
can
now.
you
I'm
let me
trying
go
not
through
to.
these on the right thing here?
Just go.
Without interrupting with your fucking Jurassic Park.
I saw that before I came out.
Look at my vest. Of course I'm going to interrupt with Jurassic Park. I
right.
can do what I want.
The beginning part of the battle scene too, with the Poe and the Hux prank phone call
Oh yeah,
was
the Laurel and Hardy kind of.
retarded. That took all the scare. It made the First Order look like a bunch of bumbling idiots, and it took away the fear of them.
Yeah.
like the threat of them.
There's
the
that
entire movie.
like the Empire always felt like that. Like, oh, don't mess around. Like
At all.
Darth Vader would have choked you to death if you did that.
Not even that. Admiral, or not Krennic, but the from Rogue One, the old Admiral that they reanimated for the movie.
Moff Tarkin,
Yes.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
You were still in the originals. You were afraid of those dudes.
Yeah.
because they were evil. But
Yeah.
this movie makes a joke right off the bat.
Hux is lame, and
Right, okay.
Snoke is lame.
Where I'm getting to that. There's no threat in this movie because of the jokes.
agree.
Everybody's a joke.
And that was right off the bat too. It's like that kind of sets the stage for what the First Order is
Right.
going to be.
The entire space scene is a slow motion chase. The entire movie, they're keeping just ahead of these guys. That whole part I didn't understand either. It's just like a
Oh, we're just
reason.
running out of gas.
Yeah, so just keep just in
It's
front of
basically
them.
like a vacation movie. Holiday Road.
Kylo Ren smashes his helmet.
Ben
And
Swallow.
he's not going to be wearing it anymore because they need to show his face because he's a marketable thing, you know. So
Oh, because he's an attractive man.
what it doesn't.
Who looks like a cat.
They still need to see his face the whole time. Like, don't do that. Kylo Ren's mask was the best part about Kylo Ren,
And the voice.
because he was a weak character as
Don't
it
hit
was.
my table.
I'm not hitting anything.
Yeah, good.
Princess Leia in general it's ridiculous what
Leia
they did.
Poppins?
Yes, exactly. When they did this,
Shimmy, shim, shimmy, shim,
when they did this, I
a
almost
spoonful of
bust out
force
laughing.
helps the medicine go down.
cracked up laughing in the middle of the theater, but I'm not a jerk who like interrupts.
No, you're
other
not a
people.
jerk in movies.
Not in movie theaters.
Like you walk out of 'em.
Well, that's
You don't bring
hey,
your
I was
kid?
quiet when I did it, huh?
You don't bring your kid?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but that's what this movie was for. You brought up a good point when we were halfway through it, and when the kids were laughing, you're like, at least the kids like it. Well,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad that they
Well,
were.
duh. That's what they're trying to do. That's how
Okay,
you make
but
more money.
do that. Here's my point with
Well, I'm
that.
not arguing
No,
against
Did
I
I
know,
it.
but-
say that? I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, you
People
ju-
bring
well,
their dogs to movies.
They
Like
should.
sneak their little service dogs or their Pomeranians in. Do you think?
God, Chauncey wants a treat.
Do you have to buy them
if you
From
want
the
to do
valley.
that, if you want to make a kid Star Wars, you
Dog
want to
wants
make
a beer.
you want to make it humorous like that. Do it in another movie. This is supposed to end the
Like
Skywalker
do the
trilogy.
spin-offs. Like do a spin-off
Yes,
where it's like
do
PG.
that.
You can do a family one.
Whatever you want to do, but this is
Isn't that what-
the
It's
finishing.
money, money, money.
Isn't that what the Han Solo story is, essentially?
So nobody's digging in the Han Solo, huh?
I would.
No.
I'm gonna watch it.
Hmm.
I don't know anything about it, so therefore I can't make a
Can we
deemed
stick to the
decision.
subject, please, so I can get through these?
No, this
'Cause I'm
show
gonna
has
lose my
a
place.
plethora of tangents.
I'll
Yeah,
lose your
well,
place
still.
for you.
Princess Leia not only survives a massive explosion on
Do
the
you remember what
ship.
happened to the dude in Event Horizon when he got sucked out into space?
Yeah,
How come that?
that's what it did to her. She floats out into space.
Oh, but it's okay.
And has ice crystals forming on her body because she's froze to death. And somehow she brings herself back to life. And like you said, Mary Poppins her way back to the ship and then collapses in the ship with like a headache for the next 45 minutes of the movie. She's unconscious.
I bet she took a spoonful of sugar.
I bet you she didn't. That's why she passed out. It was dumb. It was dumb.
Jake just immediately stops raging and goes back to the list and just, all right, next thing.
No, because there's so many of them, and I have to get through these because it irritates me so bad. It's.
All
Well,
right,
you're
we only
not
have
the
10 more
only one.
minutes.
That's bullshit.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Admiral Akbar dies in that explosion.
Rest in peace.
They didn't even say anything about him.
Yeah, I
Here,
know.
how about
They
this
didn't even
idea?
let him say it's a trap one more time.
No, nothing. Like, here's
They
an
didn't
idea.
let him talk.
Here's an idea. Have him be the Holdo character, the purple-haired chick. Get rid of her and have Akbar in that position the whole time, and then he sacrifices himself for the fleet. Makes way more sense to me, and it sends off an iconic character.
I do like that idea. I don't know why they didn't. I mean, I'm sure they got their reasoning, but
Because
they
they
want to
hate
poop
us.
all over the old stuff.
They hate
That's
us.
all they want to do. They want to get rid of it.
that would have been a really good. I'd be like, oh man, Admiral
Holdo
Akbar.
is a
Hodor?
Holdo is a pointless character. The general, the purple-haired general.
Yeah.
Pointless the entire time. Where did she come from? Why all of a sudden are you taking
Jurassic
over?
Park.
Why
Was
wouldn't?
she-
Why wouldn't?
Well, that is the same. Like,
Yeah.
Yes,
it
Laura
is.
Dern. Laura Dern.
Lord darn. Well, darn her.
Why wouldn't Poe take over as Princess Leia? Because he's pretty much her number one.
He's too reckless.
Right. But he's only their number one pilot in the.
It's
in
really
the,
just
in the
weak
thing.
storyline.
It's
It's just-
horrible.
It's
The
just
writing
like,
is dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb. Rose is a pointless character in this movie.
she was the sister. Was she like a janitor or something?
They said
or-
she was. She works on pipes. That's
Yeah.
what they said.
Yeah,
Yet
and-
she can frickin' work with code once the code breaker is done, and she can pilot stuff. Like you're a good pilot. Oh, okay.
Oh, by the way, I just fixed the pipes.
Yeah, and not to mention that kiss at the very end of that movie was one of the most ridiculous movie things I've ever seen in my life. Half the movie, me and Daryl, every time she'd come on the screen, we were flipping her off. I'm not even
I
joking.
didn't know
I'm
that.
not even joking.
That is the truth. Because I just feel like she offers nothing, and a lot of people are hating her because she's a woman and because she's Asian, and that has absolutely nothing to do with it. It's just.
Oh my god, if you would have put like a fat bumbling guy in there, I
It's just-
would have just.
I don't care. It's just she can.
Yeah.
It didn't. It wouldn't
It's
matter
just
who
the
you put in
character
there.
archetype. It was
She
a bad
no. Well,
character.
she shouldn't have been in the movie to begin
No,
with.
no.
Finn should have been doing something far more significant.
Like trying to find Ray. Because he woke up like, where's Ray? I was like, oh, sweet, he's back on it. Like, that's
Yeah,
his
maybe
friend,
you
you
get-
know? And it just
He ended up being
took a hard left.
bumbling dumbass.
A bumbling idiot. Same thing as all the other characters. Poe was an idiot because he was a hotshot jock who didn't know any better and blah, blah, out of nowhere. But
Yeah,
in the
but they
first
also
movie,
did both end up saving the day.
right, but in the first movie, he was like, Leia trusted him over everybody. And now they just relegate him to a guy that's just trying to go off on his own and just screw everybody
Well,
else.
like I said, it's just weak storyline. They have to have
Right.
somebody who's the wild card.
Everything in that Finn and Rose arc was pure trash.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
entire part of that movie, the Canobite scene, the whole thing, the casino planet was a joke.
Yeah, I keep
was a
hearing everybody
joke.
complain about that. I don't remember it so much, obviously, but
Probably that's not a good thing either.
well, like I was telling you earlier, like when they were saying how it's they were describing, it, I was like, oh, it kind of reminds me of Obi-Wan saying, it's a hive of wretched scum and villainy, or however it went, and I thought it was gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be like Mos Eisley, and it was just kind of like another scene,
But
another
it-
CGI scene,
Right, and that's exactly
just for
I was-
scenes to take place in. And,
There was parts where I was like, why am I not into this? And it was like, oh, it's all CGI.
yeah,
Like it's just plus they're supposed to be getting a code breaker and helping these resistance guys. Resistance people are dying the entire time that they're down there trying to find.
yeah,
this
they're
code
running out of
breaker.
gas, dude.
Well, we got to save these horses first.
Holiday Row.
These
Oh, the
monkey
horse.
face horses.
Yeah,
And then everything's worth it once they release those. That she actually says that. He says nothing is this is all for nothing. And she takes that saddle off that thing and it goes and runs off into the forest. Not to mention it's going to get captured in like 32 seconds from these people that captured them already. And now it is. Now it's worth it. Like people are dying.
Thank you. Oh, the only reason those are in the movie is to set up for the new little Jedi that grabbed the broomstick at the end.
And that's
Absolutely.
And he's going to be in the last of the trilogy.
No, he's going to be in Rian Johnson's new trilogy that he got, apparently.
No, so
that's
what I'm saying.
The, like little shepherd boy and the stable boy or whatever.
See, I can see that part if you're trying to say that that's not the Last Jedi.
They're just
There's
trying to
other
connect.
people.
Yeah, just say,
the
oh,
Jedi
look,
are coming back.
I saw that scene as like, oh, cool. It's like, something you would have saw back in the old movies where it's like a little kid sees like hope in the future, but then now you just see it as like a cash cow.
Did you
like,
catch that he force grabbed the broom?
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on? But that's the thing. Half this time in the movie, I'm just like, what is happening right now? It's the writing is so bad. It's so bad. It's all choppy and all over the place. It's just that they could have taken that 45 minutes of that whole Canobite Finn crap and focused what they should have on Rey being trained properly by Luke Skywalker, which we'll get to because they didn't do shit, and by Kylo Ren, who was supposed to go back and get trained by Snoke. Finish his training, remember?
Yeah.
And they never did any of this. Okay, we're moving on.
Yes. Sorry.
Benicio del Toro was pointless in the entire movie. He just happened to be in their jail cell. He wasn't even the code breaker they went to look for, but he just happened to be there, and he was a code breaker. Then he screwed them over for money. So nothing they did, the whole thing
Well,
that
he's
they
just
did
a
was,
thief.
right? But they were trying to do the what's his name, Lando thing, where he was like he was a good guy, but he's a bad guy, but he's a good guy. Like he might come back and save him after he has the money.
I
But
I don't think that's a.
it's
I
just,
didn't mind him that much.
Here's the biggest one for me: Snoke.
I've always hated Snoke.
I did. I was
he's a
like
CGI monster.
I
right?
think he's hot.
But he looked cool in this movie. Like when he showed
looked
up, I was
better.
like, okay, right?
Not really. He looked like a meth head.
Well, he was like
He looked like
8,000
meth
years
head
old or
in the
whatever.
fucking like Japanese traditional cloth, walking around like he has back problems, like he's crippled with scoliosis.
Well, wouldn't you look at it? He has like a gouge in the side of his head.
Yeah,
on the
what
top.
was
he's
with
not
that?
even human though.
How do you know? They didn't even say anything.
Yeah, we aren't gonna.
His
get
head's
to find
way too goddamn big for him to be human.
No, he was tiny. He was a small guy.
Bullshit.
He was.
out.
I saw the movie twice. That dude had the biggest fucking head I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, either way, they didn't explain why he had a big head.
Says
like
you.
nothing. He died.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
I mean, it was just. It was.
I'm all powerful.
Yeah, I could see everything you're doing except for the lightsaber moving next to me. Now, I'll
Maybe
say
he
this.
wanted that.
Yeah, true that.
I'll say this. If they come out in episode 9 and he comes back, like because that he had to be killed, because he was saying that you cannot kill me, you cannot defeat me, blah blah blah. Maybe he needed out of that body or something, or maybe he needed like explain something. I can see it. Maybe we'll give that a little bit of hope that they're going to do that.
Maybe you would say a new hope. Thank you.
Snoke's Praetorian Guard, the Red Guard.
Those guys are sweet.
They were sweet. Worst bodyguards I've ever
Yeah,
seen in
they
my
suck,
life.
though.
Like they didn't move until after that dude was laying in half on the ground. Like, come on, man.
And then they're all like, "Ooh, pomp and circumstance, twirl, twirl, twirl."
Yeah. But
Pose, guard, on guard.
No, that fight scene was. I liked that. The throne
That's the
room.
best
and
part of the
everything.
movie.
No, well, yes.
It was very
yes.
Darth Maul fight kind of esque.
Yes.
It had that dancing.
But there was no
choreography to it.
lightsaber on lightsaber. There was none of that. It was these guys with these
There was-
staffs.
yeah.
You know. Anyway, the other thing about Snoke's throne room, he was like, "Look out at your fleet." Same thing as like in Return of the Jedi. She looks through a magnifying glass. Like, did you remember that when he had like that window to look out at their thing? It was a magnifying glass. We're in the future. Like, what is happening here? Okay, where was Kylo's training? That was another one of my points. They never showed
There's
why
so
he
many
is so
just-
powerful. Like,
Yeah.
is he powerful or isn't he powerful? Is he a puss? Is he not a puss? They don't have any definitive path for this dude. Like, he's not going to be scary now.
They didn't have a path for this guy either.
Bullshit. That was 3 freaking
Darth
movies.
Vader?
Darth Vader? No, hell no. That was the whole point of it.
He was still good.
Right? But that was the point.
At the end,
That,
Yeah,
he
so
didn't
is
dance.
Kylo Ren.
he's
But
been
that's the
dancing
same
the line
shit.
the whole time.
Well,
That's
duh.
the same thing over and over again.
Well, duh.
The whole thing with
This whole table.
it's just
Once again, you hog the whole table for nothing. You didn't have
nothing.
a laptop or
there was just they skipped
balls.
that. Next point. Rey is just all powerful for no reason. Like she beat Luke in her first
Well,
try.
that's fine.
How is that fine? He's a Jedi master. He should
he's
be
not.
throwing her. Oh, he's not.
No, he lost it.
How did he lose it? How do you lose
Just
being
not
a Jedi
using
master?
it.
Yoda lost it.
No, he didn't. He called down a goddamn lightning bolt.
Yoda
As a
does.
force ghost.
That's Thor.
That's ridiculous. Like, when can Jedi do this now? They can change the weather? Like, if you can do that, why can't you just be like, oh, hi, Kylo, zap, done.
Speaking of Luke, can I bring in one of my gripes? Now I'm
Yes,
thinking, I don't
absolutely.
think it's on your list.
Oh, it probably is.
It's what I call the tit monster.
Wait, I'm getting to Luke. Can we just wait till that? Because I'm getting to Luke.
Can we talk about tit monster?
Oh, that's going to be part of it, my friend.
Okay.
And
Spoiler.
Spoiler on the
So
spoiler.
basically, Rey doesn't have to do anything for her powers that she has. I can see that she's born with these powers and blah, 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 but there's no honing it. There's no training at all. Like, how do you...
There needed to be like training.
Yes.
Like I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, shirtless Kylo.
Ben Swallow.
Now,
Love it.
I've heard the reason why this happened.
He's a Marine.
No, well, he was a Marine, yes.
Which, crazy.
Yeah.
But I
I-
guess if you're 7 feet tall.
I heard the reason why Brian Johnson, is that idiot's
Ryan.
name? Ryan Johnson?
With an
That's
I?
just as bad. He did that so that they could prove that Rey could see him. Like, it wasn't just like they were thinking each other's image. Like, she could see where he
Like,
was.
oh, she got him at an...
Yeah. But
He
it
was
was
dressing.
stupid. Like, can you put a cloth on, please? Like, she's embarrassed all of a sudden to have him as a child. And the way he turned around was the most ridiculous
Can we
looking
all
thing.
do like a Ben Swallow picture and put it up on the Facebook
No,
page?
because I'm not taking my shirt off.
I already did.
You have one? You
Maybe.
do? Awesome. I'm going to take one tonight.
Next point, Chewie's disrespect. The way they disrespected that character. He didn't
Why?
do anything.
Yeah, I don't...
Yeah, he
Chewie
turned
was,
into a vegan.
Chewie is
That's
in
my
the
point.
movie?
Okay, that's the biggest thing. Chewie's sitting there with the porg roasting, and he's about to eat it, and these fucking porg are looking at him with those dopey eyes, right? And he doesn't eat it. That guy just hunted, killed, gutted, and skinned one of these things and cooked it. But then these things look at him. He's like, "Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't eat you then." Like,
That's a
what?
good point.
What is happening? And he's a Wookiee.
And he's
not
hungry.
He's hungry. That's right. They
Yeah,
were saying,
it is-
I was reading some canon where Wookiees have to take in like this is in deep canon, that they have to take in 6,500 calories a day or
Oh,
something.
yeah. Yeah.
But literally, he killed this thing, hunted it down, saw what it looked like already. But these little
Pluck
things
the
like
eyes and the legs and the
Yeah.
feathers and the
Disney.
innards.
what?
It's Disney.
It is. And it's a humor thing. It's humor again.
Way misplaced. It's so out of place.
What about porgs? Are they on your list?
I don't know. I don't mind them because every Star Wars has these little goofy things in the background, or Ewoks. I mean, we
Yeah.
forgive Ewoks. I can forgive.
What
porgs.
was in the last episode? Was it just BB-8 was kind of the new little...
BB-8 was.
But they
yeah.
had the cantina scene with the
3PO.
little, those.
3PO. He just still kicks it,
That's
doesn't he?
Everybody treats 3PO for like shit still. Like still. Okay, here we come.
See, Jake likes him because he's old school.
Bastardization of Luke Skywalker.
Did you write this? Is this
I
like
wrote all
you-
this.
He actually has like title names for each.
Yeah, dude, I sat there for like a couple hours.
I call
thinking
this
about
chapter the bastardization of Luke.
Is that even a
Skywalker.
word?
Yes, it is. Look it
Bastardization?
up.
Absolutely, that's a great word.
Hey Siri, is bastardization a word? Wow, she's not listening.
I can ask my Alexa.
Don't ask the computer things.
I'll ask everything.
Okay, so bring up Luke Skywalker.
I just want to talk about the tit monster.
What the hell? Like when I saw that, I looked right at Daryl like
I
what
just smiled and
what are they
nodded in
showing?
slow
Okay,
motion.
once again, I get it from a weak writing aspect. We're like, maybe we should tell people how he's been living. How is he getting his sustenance?
Yep.
Besides, like, okay, I don't give a shit. He's eating porgs and drinking seawater. I don't care.
But he drinks it and he's like, like
and
he has
it's
that
like
face on him.
It's like chunky, and it's like this.
It's unnecessary. You don't have to show it.
It's
It's so awkward. And I
where babies
Baby,
come
you made me
from.
wish I had 4 hands.
yeah, it was
Just-
weird and it was gross. And where the hell does he get a plastic bottle from, by the way, on that island?
His
That's
ship
my other
that
question.
Yeah, he
crashed.
must have had
No,
it.
it was like an Aquafina bottle, man. It had a screw top on it and everything. Like, where did that come
Ryan
from?
Johnson borrowed it too.
Okay, take it back. So, Luke Skywalker, when Rey comes up to him at the end of Force Awakens and hands him the lightsaber,
That was a
lightsaber
great scene.
that he lost in Empire on Cloud City, it fell into the sky. It was his father's lightsaber, right?
Oh,
Gone
that's
forever,
right.
right? Because he had to have his new lightsaber.
I explained this.
She hands him this thing. Why the hell does you have this? Like, that should be his thing. Like, where did this come from? It's my father's lightsaber. Nope, he throws it over his shoulder and walks the fuck away. And I'm sitting there like, that's when I knew
Weak story writing.
it's not going to get any better. This is going to get worse, dude. This is going to. And Luke Skywalker is my childhood hero. I have no shame
Everybody
in saying
loves
it.
I
Luke.
said that too, and I said it hurt my feelings to watch that.
Yes,
To
I
have
felt
such
so-
Why
disre-
didn't Mark Hamill say no?
Because he needs to make money. He said it's not his responsibility to write the movie.
That's true.
He's an actor. It's my responsibility to carry this guy's vision on.
That's true. He's
But I feel so bad for Mark Hamill because he did not get his swan song.
No.
Nothing. And we'll get to that end of that in the
Yeah,
minute.
that's the
Their
end of
swan
that.
song supposedly he got. But
It reminded me of like the end of Matrix 3 or like the end of Lost, where
Or
it's like,
like-
okay, what the hell does that mean?
Amadeus.
Absolutely. Okay, sorry, Jake.
Amadeus. Okay, Luke Skywalker is just a crabby old fuck, right? He somehow, Master Jedi Luke Skywalker, who believed to the very end that there was still hope in his father, Darth Vader, right? Darth Vader is like the third most powerful Sith ever. So if you're going to be afraid of a Sith guy or somebody with evil, you're going to be afraid of him. But he wasn't. He had faith that there was still good in this guy, right? That was pretty much the arc for the whole first 3 movies.
Yeah.
Why do you
Right?
lose faith?
Huh?
Why did Skywalker
That's what I'm
lose
saying.
faith?
So now you're telling me that his sister's kid, his nephew, was so powerful it scared Luke enough to want to do murder. Right?
Yeah.
Okay? Even though they showed it the 3 different
It's
ways,
like
that
when
was kinda
Batman
cool.
and Superman kill somebody. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
Like Luke Skywalker would never do that.
Yeah.
Never. And just because he did that, now Kylo Ren burns everything to the ground. Where's the Knights of Ren? Where's that whole thing? I wanted to see what the hell
The
happened.
what?
The Knights of Ren. Kylo Ren's buddies. Remember when Rey was having that vision in Force Awakens and there was like 8 dudes standing behind him?
Yep.
It's the whole Knights of Ren.
Oh, yeah, that's
They
right.
never said anything about this yet.
That's half these gripes are just just plot holes, things that they didn't tie
Right.
up.
This is a problem
but
when
maybe I'll let you go.
But this is a problem when you switch the director in the middle of a trilogy. When it's going at a certain way and this guy has one movie to make and he wants to get his own vision passed or whatever else. Luke Skywalker, so you're telling me he would murder his sister's kid because he
His
feared
best friend's
his power.
kid too.
Like Luke wouldn't fear anybody at this point, especially at that age. He wouldn't fear anybody. He'd be like Yoda, right? If you're telling me Yoda can do all these things and he can move ships and blah, blah, Luke Skywalker would definitely have been able to do that, right? Right?
Yeah, I agree with you.
And then he busts into the room when Kylo Ren and Rey are touching each other like a dad that caught his daughter getting boned by some dude. Like, oh, fuck out of here! And he's like ripping shit apart. And he's just like, it's like, what is going on? What's with the? You looked at the dark side first. You didn't even look back when she saw the algae hole in the island. Remember the dark hole that she went down and looked in the
oh
mirror?
yeah.
And he was like afraid of
LG
her.
hole.
Like, what is happening? This is not Luke Skywalker. Okay, and then he's like refusing to help, right? She comes there, he's like, I'm not going here, I'm not helping the Jedi, I must die, blah. Why the fuck did you leave a map then? For us to find you if we really needed you. Like, that was the biggest hole to me. Like, he wanted people to find him if it was that important.
Which it seemed to be.
Right.
If Kylo
And
Ren
he's
is
just
that
like,
bad.
he's like, no. He's like, I'll teach you a couple things. Like, first of all, the Jedi suck. That was his first lesson. Third lesson might have been a sword lesson, but Rey kind of like gave him the elbow shiver and he fell down and then was like, this ain't going to end up the way
Are you sure you only saw
planned.
this once?
Dude, I'm a Star Wars guy. Remember, I'm a 9.5. Remember, we talked about this. So if anybody's going to get pissed, I'm the kind of person who's going to get pissed at this movie. But Luke being beat by her in the first time. Like, you think Luke just threw Yoda around the first time? Yoda made a fool out of him the whole
That's true.
You know, in his training.
But she's not Luke.
Right, but you have to explain
No,
why.
she's not.
You have to explain why she's perfect and doesn't have to. She gets everything for no work. She doesn't put any work into any. Neither does Kylo Ren. Like, why? But he actually had training though.
Jake's got to have a montage.
No.
Training montage.
Kylo Ren. It was established that Kylo Ren was trained by Luke, right, in the temple, and blah blah blah, and then he went to Snoke. That you could. That's all you have to do is like just do these little things to show why they're good at this. Why can she do lightsaber battles with Kylo Ren? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, but Luke Skywalker, we'll get to that in the end too, because the ending is where they really stepped over the line in my book as a Luke Skywalker fan. But we'll move on because I have to. Showing the X-wing in the water for no reason. Was that an Easter egg?
Yeah,
Like-
probably just.
But
trying
That's
to
how
get
he
that
got there.
throwback.
That's how he landed.
Okay, but could you imagine? This is my thing. This was what I would have done at the very end scene, the battle scene, when Luke comes back to see Leia. Blah blah blah. What if he flew in on that X-wing and started wrecking shop, and then landed and jumped out in his X-wing? You know what I mean? And then fought Kylo Ren. That's epic Luke Skywalker shit, not the other BS. But just showing these little things that go nowhere.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
Explanation for Kylo Ren turning into the dark side was because Luke tried to kill him. We kind of touched that already, but Luke wouldn't do that. It's his sister's kid. It's his nephew.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do that. He would go to her and be like, hey, we got problems with your kid, man. We've probably sent him to reform school or some bullshit. He would do something.
The dark side lured Luke
Kylo Ren goes to
to
reform
do
school.
that, so Kylo Ren would go to the dark side.
But you have to explain it, though, more. Like, was Snoke already talking to him in his
And the
mind
things
at
that
this
they choose
point?
to explain and the things they choose not to. Like, Luke has to drink breast milk from this monster, but we aren't going to explain.
And
where.
that's fucking bringing that thing back up again too. After you like squeeze the milk out, and that thing's just like, like that's all pleasure. But I'm like, what is happening here? It's just weird. It made awkward. It made Luke awkward and weird, and a joke, a punchline, and that's not
yeah,
what
I
you're
don't know
supposed to
why
be
they
doing.
Did that with the character.
The light speed ramming, while it was one of the coolest shots in the movie,
That was a really cool shot.
makes absolutely no sense. Why didn't you do this before?
Yeah.
Like-
That's the first we've ever seen it in a Star Wars movie.
Right. And you can just slice a ship in half? Why the fuck didn't you do that at the Death Star and just shoot into it, with like 3 ships? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Because they didn't have CGI in the 70s.
Even though, okay, we'll do it in Force Awakens when they're doing that stupid Death Star planet. Like, do the same thing there. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. And it was,
Death Star planet was dope.
I mean, it was, but it was just the same thing.
Who cares?
I don't know. And now this one was just a giant ship that they had to go into and shoot something and blow it up in order for it to not be able to track them through
It's
light
always
speed.
been like that, though.
I know, but I mean, at least they did something different. I was like, if they show up with another base or something, it's like, what the hell? Anyway,
I'd be down.
but at light speed, that was one of my favorite parts of the movie when that
was
happened and everything went quiet and like black and white,
And
like
just slow-mo.
Oh, that was sick. But it made, like I said, that could have been Princess Leia doing that, and that's how they had to kill her character off. Because rest in peace, Carrie Fisher.
That's what I thought.
Rest in
I thought
peace.
maybe they were going to do that, and they didn't have time to shoot her scenes because she had died. And they just had, hey, Laura Dern, we'll give you $1 million to come in. But I don't know. I don't remember exactly how her scenes were shot or...
Well, it's just
So.
well, she was unconscious at this point. Remember, she fainted after like
Yeah.
force ghosting
Yeah.
and stuff. Like I said before, that should have been Admiral Akbar. Send
Yeah,
a guy
I
out.
like that idea.
Send a guy out. If you got this guy still through all these trilogies, he's still in there, and people know who he is.
Yeah, he's a
Just be
huge
like,
cult
it's a
figure.
trap, and then frickin' shoot that frickin' thing off and blow up. But it still doesn't make any sense because this should have been done a long time ago. Like, you could turn around a giant ship, just put on autopilot, and do this to every big ship that's coming around. Plus the fact, you didn't have fuel to get away from them, but you have enough to jump to light speed somewhere else.
That's a good point. I
Right?
forgot about that.
Right, they're running out of fuel, and they were shooting. They were out of fuel. They were running. They were done. It was the only big ship left, and they were shooting. All the pods were off.
Yeah,
and she
that's
turns
right.
around and has enough energy to shoot light speed through this fucking thing. It was dumb. Bad writing. Bad writing.
Bad writing.
The way they portrayed Poe through this whole movie was very disappointing because he in Force Awakens, I didn't think I would like him because he was supposed to be this Luke / Han, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I loved him. And he was a hot shot, but he was good, and he was a leader.
Yeah.
And in this one, they made him the bad guy.
Yeah, they
Like,
vilified him a little bit.
Right. And it was just, I did not agree with how they did that. Like, hold on. Why didn't you tell him what you're doing? Oh, we're going to go to this planet. We're going to shoot all our shit off there, and we're going to go to this next base. That's all you had to say. But they have to make some stupid storyline
Yeah.
where he wants to do treason.
Some
Poe
conflict.
would never commit treason against the frickin' Republic.
Yes, he would.
No, only if there was, I thought when they were doing this, I thought Laura Dern was maybe like a spy. That's how they were
Yeah,
tracking.
I thought that same thing.
Then I can handle that. But it wasn't. That was nothing
She
to
ended
do.
up being good.
Yeah. For no reason, but they just introduced her too, and we don't know who the
Yeah,
who is she?
and then you got all turned off by her, and then you're supposed to like her by the end, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, is she annoying? Is she cool?
Poe should have been just like when she blasted off like that, be like, "Fuck, fucking asshole! Thank God," like whatever. Captain Phasma.
You know, I used to like her, but then I realized just weak.
What's the point?
I don't. Yeah, kind of. Like the armor's cool, but
Dude,
is
okay,
it
She
just
should
to
have
be
stayed
cool?
alive. It's bullshit, man.
I guarantee you, she's still alive.
No, she's not.
I guarantee it.
And like, how many times traitor, traitor, traitor?
And she
It's like,
walks
oh,
around-
just- I get it.
What stormtrooper walks around with this stupid weapon like that? How she walks with that thing all the time, just
Brienne
like
of
the gun in
Tarth?
front. Yes, like
That's who walks around like that.
Yes, and I turned to you and I said, you can tell she looks like she cannot walk in this armor. It's the same thing as in King of Thrones or
Well,
Game of Thrones. She
She's
couldn't
like a
walk in that
7-foot
shit.
tall lady, and I'm sure it's like 100 pounds of armor for somebody that size.
No, let me just point out one thing about Phasma.
yeah.
How cool character this could have been. Her armor.
Agreed.
They described her armor. I read this in a book. That it's all in chrome like that. Remember in Phantom Menace the shuttle.
Shittle.
Pretty much. But anyway, the shuttle that Padme has, that
Shit
silver
shuttle.
Yeah.
the thing that's an emperor shuttle at that time.
Yeah, Empress. Yeah.
Palpatine. Her
Palpatine.
armor is made out of that
Pumpernickel.
destroyed ship. Like she took parts
Oh,
from that
really?
ship and made it so her armor is tougher. That's why it was bulletproof. Remember that he shot at her and it went just bounced
Okay,
off her
how
chest.
come they never said that?
That's what this is exactly the points of this. And she just comes in, gets slapped around, and freaking gets thrown into a garbage can. Now she gets thrown into
You're
a
gonna
fire.
put some really deep kind of story
Especially gets
backline in there.
thrown
Puts that
around
in
by Finn.
Right.
Of all people.
Even that, I can see that, and it's cool that they have that thing, but It just doesn't make any sense why you'd make a character that cool and that standouty, and to do nothing with.
Yeah, not explain it.
So
or
now
Finn
tell her
died.
backstory or who she is
We're
or
getting
why
to that.
she is.
That's one of my other favorite parts of the movie that almost was. Now, Phasma, what are you going to bring her back again? She fell into a hole now. She's going to be this recurring joke that she just keeps coming back. She keeps getting out of her situations. Like, why? Why are you doing that with this character? She could be hunting Finn the entire time. Like,
Yeah.
that would be a good storyline.
Yeah.
And
Be
she
like-
could be
be like a
directing
modern
people.
Boba Fett kinda.
Right. Well, that is kind of what she is.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Because Boba Fett was barely in
That's
the movies.
true.
And every time he was in there, they fucked him up somehow.
Yeah.
You know? Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
BB-8 can suddenly merge with an AT-AT and start shooting shit. You remember this?
Yeah, how come they have that port for...
And the
I
coins.
guess it's like the
No,
same
he was
thing with-
sitting in like a little...
And the coins just so happened to fit in his slot.
That was the whole canteen. Oh God, the whole Canobite thing was bad. It was so bad. But he just all of a sudden is in an AT-AT. It peels off the top, and he's just sitting there fucking shooting that stuff. I'm like, what the hell is happening? like if he would have been over
Humor,
plugged.
it's
That's what's
funny.
happening.
It's funny.
It's what?
Disney.
Yeah, I guess. But
I told her so.
he could have been over and plugged himself into something that took over that thing. You know what I mean? He's sitting in top. I can see the toy already of him sitting in the top of this thing.
Dude, that is the most truest statement. We can end the show on that. I can see the toy of it.
Thank you guys for sticking around. This has been Cyber
No,
Lunch.
we got more. We're getting to the end of here.
I'm
but
just saying though, that's what it's.
it's
There's a show on Netflix. They just started it. I think it must have been a video cast. It's called The Toys That Made Us. It's 3 parts. They talk about G.I. Joes. They talk about Barbies. In the first episode, they talk about Star Wars toys. And how after the first one, Kenner or whoever bought up kind of realized, holy shit, we got this, you know. And the amount of things that they put out there. And
Unlimited.
The amount, and how, like, privy to it and how acceptable of it that George Lucas was. He's like, oh, absolutely, we'll add the, throw that shit in there and you can make a toy of that. And
and all the prequels were made specifically for children and toys. That's what basically it was.
And
That's
Okay.
what they said about the Nintendo Entertainment System.
yeah, and it still is for kids.
How can Yoda change the weather and cause a lightning bolt to burn on a tree? I didn't know Jedis could do this.
Because he's straight.
He's beyond the grave.
Yoda.
So is
He's
Obi-Wan.
one with the
Obi-Wan
Force.
never did that.
Obi-Wan's not. How come you keep saying like, oh, Rey's not Luke and Yoda's not Obi-Wan? Yeah, they're.
Raised white privilege and.
I don't think he said that.
No, I never said that.
Yeah, you
but
did.
no, I
He's
didn't.
Yoda.
Yeah, but
Same thing.
okay,
He's dead now,
but they
so
never.
he can do whatever he wants.
Okay, but if you can call down a lightning strike to destroy something, why don't you just
Can you do that more?
go to Kylo and be like, "What's up?" and zap, and we're over. It's done. You know, like I don't understand it. It's just dumb little added things that it was people that don't know what the hell they're doing. Like they don't. They're trying to make things up for the Force, and it's not something you want to do. That do it later, like I said. But this is a Skywalker trilogy, Skywalker story. That's what this is about. That from the very beginning to the end.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Don't.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's true. That's a very good point. I think, but it's been all about the Skywalker legacy, and they're kind of trying to.
Oh, that's real, Dad.
Well, it's because
That's
they want to.
really
They want to
dumb.
start a new storyline. They feel they have to merge them.
already did.
Well,
Yeah.
start that then, but do it.
Yeah, do it in the back.
They're introducing these new characters that I really like. Like I love Rey. I liked Rey.
They're
I
gonna have to
liked
make the
Kylo.
next one like 4 hours long.
Right.
to,
though,
like-
that's my last point. Is how are you going to finish this?
Okay.
Like how? Okay.
Keep
so
going.
The
Keep
last
going.
battle scene, pretty much retarded. That's what I wrote here, except for Crate, the planet. That the white and the red and everything else, that was awesome. Somebody put a lot of thought into how that planet would look, and they didn't. Like the trenches where the guys were all red crystals and things like that. It was really cool.
Like,
But
what is that?
it's-
I was
it's like
going
a
to the
mineral or
bathroom during the
something.
beginning of that scene. What is with the whole red thing? And why do those ships like drag their shit on the ground?
There's never any
salt.
It's kind of like a salt. Yeah, because the guy tastes it and he's like,
yeah,
whatever.
But why do they drag? Like the whole point of an aircraft is not to drag it on the ground. So what's the point?
Maybe
of it?
that's how it balanced or
Stabilizes.
something. It wasn't like an airship, but it wasn't.
It reminded me of a prequel ship.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
it looked cool, but didn't make sense.
And it did look cool. The gorilla
like a
walkers
pre-pod
looked
racer.
cool. Everything about
Those
it
are
looked
cool.
cool.
Those gorilla walkers
when
are bomb.
Princess Leia was standing in the doorway and she had that, like turtleneck up to her
Yeah,
eyeballs.
that H&M
It was-
sweater
I
on.
want one of those.
But it was epic
Live
looking.
in Minnesota. That's perfect
Like
for here.
you just saw her eyes over that and you knew it was her. Like it was an epic looking
It
shot.
reminded me of Hoth. It
When
was
Luke-
obviously themed on that.
when Luke technically went out to fight Kylo, that scene of him just standing in front of the doorway, like overlooking all those walkers.
Dude, I
and
was getting
shit.
pumped.
Me too. For
Like,
nothing.
Here it comes.
Like for nothing.
And
Why
when they
couldn't-
shot at him and he just was
Yes.
still standing there.
but then he, like,
With that
what is
shoulder
this?
brush.
What is this?
Oh, we got to throw a joke
Okay,
in there again.
Okay, just the whole scene was retarded. We're gonna get to the Finn thing now. Finn racing towards that cannon to destroy it. Like he's like, I gotta stop this, or they're gonna blow through the door, right? And he was gonna sacrifice himself. That would have gave weight to that movie. If Finn would have died right there, if you're gonna kill off all these other characters, and you killed Finn right there, that would have been huge weight to that movie. Like, oh shit, because I even turned to him. I was like, man, I should have killed him. Like because it would have meant something. Here comes fucking Rose from left field, smashes into him to knock him out. Like, you could have killed the dude just smashing into him. How's that saving him?
Yeah. I
Throws him
remember
out
thinking that.
into garbage heap, and they land there. And she's like, we do this for the things we love, blah, blah, blah. Kisses him, passes out in the worst acting I've ever seen. And then somehow all of a sudden they're back in the base. Like, Kylo Ren's just going to be like, oh yeah, forget those guys over there laying there, or walking around over there. He was killing everything. And they went from outside to inside with the rest of the resistance. Bad film writing. Bad. I did like how Hux got bitch slapped by Kylo though when Kylo was pissed.
Yeah,
and
that
he
was cool.
force choked him and then slammed his face in the ground. That was cool but then it was Kylo just screaming like, shoot that.
Doing one of his
blah, blah,
temper
blah.
tantrums again.
Right. Which is fine because he's unstable. I can see that. Like, those things can be explained away. That's not as nearly as bad as everything else they've done. The way the Force was used throughout this movie was a joke.
Got any chocolate milk?
Like they just made up rules as they went along because it's
Yeah,
new
it
canon
was very
now.
fluid and open to interpretation.
Yeah, like I was telling
It's
you
kind of like
before.
the Constitution.
There's no Jedi that could bring themselves back to life. None ever in any canon that there was in Star Wars.
Harry Potter.
That's dumber than this movie. But well, not really. Actually, the Harry Potter movies are better. Anyway,
You can't even say Harry Potter.
I know because
You are wearing double or Gryffindor colors.
He is.
whatever. Anyway,
You know,
It's
Gryffindors like to be heroes.
they're well, good for them. They're it's a Gophers colors, not Gryffindor colors.
Oh, it's Gryffindor.
Just the way it was treated,
Go
just
for
liberally. They just
Quidditch.
at least in the old movies there was reason or there was rules to the Force and things like that.
There's
This
no
is
rules.
just like they just do whatever they want. Like, oh, you can do that. Like I watched. Have you ever seen Clone Wars? Did you watch any of those animated shows?
No, but I've
Like-
heard a lot of
Like
stuff about
Yoda
it.
in there is like messes stuff up when he's fighting. Like he'll lift a tank up and crunch it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's where I thought Luke was going when he shows up to Princess Leia. I'm like, he's gonna go out there and wreck. We're gonna get Luke at his full power, just
floating in the air and
messing
shit.
shit
and
up. So he kisses her on the head. She can feel it apparently, even though he's a Force projection, which comes out later. Okay, it was a good little moment between him and Carrie Fisher. I was like, oh, it would have been better if we would have had a Han and Luke and Carrie moment.
Yeah.
Do something like that. And Chewie.
Once
just
again,
that
maybe
would-
it's something to do with her dying.
Could be, but they could have done it in 7. They could have done. Luke could have been more in
They could have
7
Grand
more.
Moff Tarkined her,
Yeah, true. But
unless they didn't want her to.
don't do that. But Luke's return and death. This is the biggest part of my gripe with this movie because I held out hope to the end because I'm like, Luke is gonna fuck some shit up, and I'm gonna be able to see Luke really go ape shit. So he shows up, walks outside. Kylo Ren's like, fire everything you got on him, and they start blasting. And I didn't even put together that he had looked younger, he had a haircut, and he was not leaving footprints in the ground when they showed everybody else doing it. I didn't catch that at first.
You
they
must
start-
have been watching some YouTube because I was like, you didn't cheese it just once.
No, but I did watch. I watched some stuff where people explain. I watched both sides though, positive and negatives.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they start firing all of these things at Luke, like this mass, like Dragon Ball Z shit, right? And and this is all done, and he comes walking out. I'm like, oh shit, he's so powerful that he's just like, and then he does his shoulder brush.
Yeah.
That was so awkward and non-Luke. That's not how Luke would have been. He would
Yeah.
have just been standing there.
Yeah, he doesn't shit talk.
Fucking Kylo Ren comes down. They go to start fighting. Kylo Ren does his little, how when he whips out his lightsaber, he makes that little stomp on the ground,
Yeah.
which I kind of like. I like that
Yeah.
style of the character. He's just he's raw. Like everything
yeah,
he does
that's
is raw.
good, really good, Nate. Yeah.
He starts fighting, and I put this in massive quotes for Luke Skywalker, and Luke's just dodging him, like just meh. Oh, also Luke had a different color lightsaber than he should have had.
Yes, I noticed that.
It was the green one when he whatever. He starts dodging him. Never fights him a single. You strike me down, I will haunt. He doesn't say I'll become more powerful than I've ever become, like Obi-Wan.
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, very.
I will
similar.
haunt you like your father does. That's what he says. I will haunt you. Well, obviously Kylo Ren already doesn't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he
'cause
doesn't
killed
care about his
dad.
mom. He did care about his mom because he wouldn't shoot at her ship, but now he doesn't care about his mom because he's trying to kill everybody. Whatever. So he's dodging, doing these fucking dodging moves, and then he slices through him, but Luke's still there. There's no like empty cloak. I thought the empty cloak thing was going to happen, and blah, blah, blah. But there was no fight. Like nothing. I wanted to see Luke walk out there and lift one of those walkers up and just crunch him into the next ones, or do something. Like do something epic. Remember when they had Yoda fight Dooku? It was the first time you ever saw Yoda fight.
I hated that fight.
And even though it was dumb, you still have wanted to see Yoda fight.
Yeah,
so it was
true.
kind of cool
That's
to see
true.
that epic lightsaber battle, even though it was he's jumping around like a frog. But it was still cool because you got to see him fight. You got to see
about Kermit?
No, Yoda.
Same thing.
Pretty much same thing. But even being able to see Obi-Wan fight Darth Maul in his prime when he was young. You know what I mean? We got to see those things. Luke didn't do shit. And then all of a sudden he disappears. And they focus back in on his planet where he's hovering in a yoga pose, sweating and concentrating really hard. And then because he got a headache and disappeared and died. It like stressed him out so much he just fucking faded away.
Yeah. I don't know why he had to go away if his whole point was...
Right. Now, here's my theory. Okay, if they're going to say...
It's obviously a martyr thing.
Well, maybe the only thing I can see that will make me accept any of this is if in the last movie, The 9, he shows up again because he's so powerful he's projecting himself into two places. Like he was
He's
projecting himself.
interdimensional.
He was interjecting himself in that island so that he could see what Rey was really all about before he did anything. Blah blah. Maybe, but that's a stretch.
Yeah.
But
Well,
just to
that's why I
have
say
him fade away for nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Not even keep him in for like a whole movie almost.
The coolest part of that was when he was sitting there and it was the two suns. It was like a cool little throwback. But
was-
nothing was
yeah.
established that this planet had two suns just like that anyway.
It's
just fan like just freaking here you go. But the way they treated Luke, there was no payoff. There was no like. Remember when Luke fought Darth
We
Vader?
waited so long to see him again.
Yes. Remember when he fought him in Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi, and it was like his turning point where he became a warrior. Right?
Yeah.
And it was so cool. It wasn't the greatest lightsaber fight ever, but it was something.
Yeah.
It was something. Why? What excuse can you give me that they thought that Luke couldn't have showed up there himself?
I don't know why they chose to do that.
It doesn't make any sense.
Like I
it's
said,
just
it kind of reminded me of like the whole Neo thing. Like we're just kind of like just
yeah. And
go away into nothing and just it's like I
Yeah.
don't really know what they're kind of trying to say.
That's what put me in silence for the remainder of the movie. And when we went outside and Daryl's asked me what I think about it, I'm like, I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I don't know what I just saw.
I think that's kind of where I kind of had a loss of words too.
My biggest problem with this movie, most movies go from A to B in the story moving.
Not the breast monster.
A, B, C. No, those were more like C cups, I think. But anyway, they go
was a
from
good one.
they go from A to B to C. Like they have a plan. This movie Force Awakens was A. This is A. Like they didn't do anything except kill off people, kill off Snoke for no reason, and we don't have any explanation what the hell's going on with him. We'll see in 9. That's maybe forgivable.
Yeah, they killed a bunch of people in this
I'm
one.
not going to see Snoke in 9.
I bet you we do.
Bullshit.
I bet you any money he needed to get out of that body.
yeah, and
He's just a
Snoke is
spirit.
Mace Windu.
No,
Okay.
I hope not. But that would have been better explanation than nothing.
Be like, oh, that's what happened to his head. He's
Yeah.
been dead.
I don't.
bullshit.
And if. Yeah, I just don't get it because like Mace Windu and things like that, people bring these up, and these guys are powerful Jedis. Go ahead,
Can I
Darren.
take the floor? So my personal feeling is if I could rewrite the movie, Rey would have turned to the dark side. Kylo Ren would have went to the light. Kylo Ren would have joined up with Luke Skywalker to fight Rey.
I was kind of expecting
Now
something
wait.
like that.
Rey would have found the blueprints to General Grievous and
Okay, but let's
reanimated him.
let's just stop right there.
Can I just...
Well, I know, but we're going to take this point by point.
I
because
don't want to.
They couldn't do that because Luke. Okay, then how would you have written why Kylo turned bad in the first place?
Exactly.
Because why would he join Luke again if he was so pissed that he almost killed him?
Because he realized how evil Rey was.
I could
Because
see that.
she was so motivated, like she wants to know who her actual parents are, and I feel like the Force would just give her
They
like
did
little.
never show who her parents were.
They said there was nobody. They
But
said
that
it was
could be
just joke-
bullshit.
It could be.
It is
right.
bullshit, and they hyped it up,
But
and they
no,
never
it could,
said.
no. But why? I'll tell you why it's not bullshit. Because they want it to be that anybody could be this.
Can
It
I
doesn't
finish?
matter who your parents were. It doesn't matter where you came from. But on the technical side, I'm sorry, Daryl. Technical side, I'm passionate about this. Technical side,
Obviously,
Anakin, right? Darth Vader was that. He was born, he was like a Jesus baby, where he was born without parents, a dad or whatever. And he was like just born with the Force.
Well,
like
he's
he
a
was born powerful.
stereotypical like Iliad archetype for a hero.
Who?
just Luke Skywalker and Anakin.
Right, but okay, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Anyway, so Rey turns dark.
Rey turns dark.
Kylo Ren goes
Ren and Luke Skywalker join up again. Imagine that shit never happened. First of all, that Luke Skywalker tried to kill Kylo Ren.
Okay.
Kylo Ren just got possessed by
Just
the
got
dark
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he's like, "Oh shit, Rey is super evil." Something happens where Luke Skywalker, Kylo Ren meet up, and they're like, "We have to take care of Rey." Meanwhile, Rey somehow got the. I don't know what the end result was.
Grievous?
Just because I thought he was like really an awesome character.
General
like,
Grievous?
Yeah, like bring him back,
Well,
and she is. That's Rey's
General
right hand man.
Emphysema?
No, wait, and Rey looks all effed up like Darth Maul, and
Yeah, dark red
just,
eyes and
like
shit.
super dark, like half of her face almost.
Yeah.
And like they would have just this major fight scene, and the icebreaker would be Finn lands on that same ship at the same time, unbeknownst, knowing that Kylo Ren and Luke are there, comes into the same room and gets in between the two of them. And is like, Rey, you're my friend, and blah blah blah, and we have this. And Rey just looks at Finn, force grabs him, crushes him, slams him up against the wall, shoots her lightsaber open. Fucking let's go.
Okay, all of that would be a million times better
I
than
know.
what we got. Like, you could make something up. Be like, Yoda shows up and fucking fights Snoke. After he gets cut in half, Snoke becomes a Force Sith. And then Yoda shows up and they start lightning battling with each other while Kylo Ren and Rey are running back and forth. All of that's better than what we got. Or even if Snoke didn't die and got Rey to go with him.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. But keep Snoke there because then Luke and Snoke, Rey and Kylo. Like, I could see that.
But like you said, she has privileged power. Give her all the power.
Right.
And then she fights both of them in like this epic like Qui-Gon like rehash of Darth Maul and Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Like it's like a callback to that in a way.
You still have
Yeah.
to explain why she can fight that good though with the lightsaber. Not necessarily her force powers, but the lightsaber is actual skill that they have to learn. It's not you're doing this because you're good at force.
That's the part of the suspension of disbelief you just got to let go of at the end of the day.
This
A
whole movie
lot
was
of
full of that.
suspension.
This
Yeah.
whole movie was
But
that.
I just loved if she would have killed Finn.
It would have been
just
cool
think
to
about
see
how
her.
badass that
Yeah.
would be. Like shocking. Like oh my.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just speechless at some of the stuff that he.
You're
like,
not speechless. No.
Well,
you're
I'm not
at all.
speechless. Okay, this is my only point.
What was the good stuff? Did you ever mention it?
No, he hasn't
I will
yet.
in a second. But this
He
is my point.
hasn't.
This is my last point. How the fuck do you screw up a Star Wars movie? Like, if you are given the reins, if you, me, him, the limited knowledge we have on film, we could make a better movie than that.
And unlimited funds, pretty much.
Yes. Like, we could do something better than that. How do you mess it up? I don't get it.
Mr. Eisner at Disney. Hello, we are available
Isn't
for...
he dead?
No.
Oh, I thought Eisner died.
Mike Eisner?
Is that his name?
Mike Eisenhower?
No.
Brett Eisner?
Brett Michaels.
Brett.
Okay, you tell me the things you liked about the film. We'll just go that way because I've been talking a lot. So you guys go.
I like porgs. I think they were cute.
They're
didn't
so
even give you that.
great.
I'll even give you that.
I was expecting to hate them, but I was like, oh, they're not that bad.
They're a new plushie we can sell at GameStop. Awesome.
Says the guys who bought all their holiday gifts for the show at GameStop.
Hey,
Yeah, but he bought the right movies at least.
True
he didn't
that.
buy me any of this bullshit.
what movies?
You got me the Rogue One guys. The
Oh, that
Funko
is
Pops.
true. That is true. I saw Cassian on sale for $5. I was like,
I saw John Wick on sale for $8. I almost
Really?
bought that. Yeah, I was telling Justin that. Anyway, the Porgs, I'll give you that. I'll give
No,
it to you.
yeah.
But the other part is the Porgs were hanging out in Millennium Falcon with Chewie after when they were leaving. After they just
'Cause
watched
it's
him.
funny.
Yeah, but they just watched him slaughter their family, and now they're still hanging around. Anyway, keep
Like, oh,
going.
maybe we should go into inner space.
well, they're
with
not
them. They'll
the
probably just keep
brightest
us.
light bulbs on the Christmas
They're
tree.
bright enough to guilt him into not eating them.
They didn't know.
I think they knew.
I don't think they
Oh,
did.
man.
The puppy eyes thing.
Yeah, I like this conversation. It's
It's like they're just like, please don't eat me. I
No,
don't get-
that's ridiculous.
Jerry
'cause he-
was an asshole. You cooked him and ate him. I don't care about that, but
But
just
then why
don't eat
didn't it
me.
go, no, go ahead, when Chewie got all guilty? Or did they just cut the scene off? And
They cut the scene off, and then Chewie ate it anyways because he's
No, he didn't.
hungry.
He threw it away. He never ate it.
maybe the
he
porg was
walked,
hungry. Maybe
he
they're,
walked back down and grabbed.
maybe they're cannibalistic and it was hungry.
Hey, you never know.
It's just retarded. It's so stupid. Like, dude.
The
Okay,
practical.
so what else do we like?
The practical effects with Yoda, that was sweet.
It was good.
Yeah, I
was good.
liked that.
I liked how he was with young Luke and he was still smacking him on
Yeah,
with the stick.
exactly.
Things like that. I like that kind of touch. But the Force lightning thing, I mean, I'm not
Well,
forgiving that.
the thing about that scene that you didn't mention was he hit that lightning or whatever, and then the Jedi tree with the books went up in flames. Those books are in the Millennium
Yeah,
Falcon.
Rey has them. Yeah, she took them with.
So it didn't even matter, but Luke still thought it was in there.
Yeah, but that was still Yoda shitting on the Jedi premise. Still, he's like, oh, those books didn't make a difference. They're not page turners. None of the stuff you learned that doesn't make any difference. That's what this was. It was like all the shit that you love doesn't make any difference.
I think he's just trying to prep Luke to not need material things like that.
You don't think they've had conversations like this over the past 40 fucking years?
Well, Ryan Johnson didn't know that.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson is an asshole, and so is Kathleen Kennedy.
Can you please move on to something you like?
No, I'm asking you guys what you like, and we're going down tangents of why it's dumb. Not because you like it, but because it's just it links off to other things. What did you like, Drew?
When Luke finally reunited with R2.
That was
and good. That scene where he goes into the cockpit of the Falcon and turns
epic.
It on.
We looked at each other, and I was like, epic.
Feels.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with both of those.
Because his reaction is what I would have wanted. He was just like a sullen, just like composition on his face.
I remember being here. Good times. Good times.
When he grabbed the dice, he just looked at the dice and stuff. Speaking of dice real quick, Luke can force project dice, by the way, to Leia. He's like, oh, here's the dice from your husband. And then when he disappears, they just disappear. He's like, oh, fucking psych, gotcha. You don't have nothing. Anyway, but yeah, that was epic.
Now.
That was epic.
Craps.
But the C-3PO thing, that got choked me up a little bit when he's like, and when he said R2, when he said that, how he said it was Luke. Like that came out. Like he was excited to see his buddy again.
It was very good acting.
He didn't give a shit about C-3PO.
No, he walks out and just
he's like Master Luke, and he's just like he just nods.
He's like, goddamn C-3PO.
Okay, what's another thing you like? Because that was good. I'll take that. That was good. I loved the fight scene in the throne room. I didn't love it, but I liked it. It was awesome when Rey throws that lightsaber to Ren and he just zip through that dude's head. That was cool.
I didn't mind all the aesthetics of the different aliens in the casino. I just felt the casino needless, but I didn't mind looking at all like the different alien types and having that be similar to Mos Eisley.
Dumb. I mean, they got in trouble because they illegally parked. That's the point of that whole thing. They parked on the beach. That guy's like, hey, you can't park here. Some asshole freaking guy just standing off to the side bitching at him because they parked in the wrong spot. That's how they got arrested. Like, it's dumb. Yeah, but yeah, I understand what the characters, but they didn't spend any time with that.
They didn't need to. It was just
Did you know that was Joseph Gordon-Levitt, by the way?
Who?
The guy that was bitching about where they parked?
No.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, just that's about as wanting as Vin Diesel playing Groot.
Yeah, or James Bond playing that with just random stormtrooper.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool to find out later. But
dude, I would do it if I could be a star. I don't care. Sure, I'll be a stormtrooper.
Absolutely. Even in this bullshit trilogy, I'd be like, yeah, put me in there.
Did you about Tommy Wiseau's petition to get put in the next Star Wars? He said, come on, put me in your Star Wars film.
Oh, God, that would be great.
A stormtrooper, it would make it better.
Long hair hanging out of the fucking
and a belt with the keys.
Yeah. Okay, something else. What else something you liked?
Daryl took both of mine, man.
Oh, really? With the
Daryl's
casino?
Seen it twice, too. So
that's his exact problem with the movie.
Yeah.
He said two things, and he's like, oh, you took all mine. That's what I'm talking about. There's no way we should be walking out of a Star Wars movie in this day and age feeling like this.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. If you want to make your own stuff, do it in your own series. You can go Star Wars and go however.
Yeah, they're going to be making one like every 6 months.
Skywalker trilogy, and you pissed on it. What are you going to do in the 9th one? What is there to do?
Make it 4 hours long.
But what is there to do anymore?
Tie up all the loose ends they forgot about in this.
Okay, but do you fear Kylo anymore? I don't.
I don't know. We'll
He's
see.
a wishy-washy. Man, that got me.
Go, Daryl.
I liked what happened when Rey went to the dark side, where there was multiples of her. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the snapping.
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool. I forgot about that.
That was just cool, like an idea for cinematography itself. But
so what was that showing? That's another good point. What was that showing? Because she was asking to see her parents and what it meant, everything meant, and it just showed her. So she's evil?
It's kind of like
Is that what it's showing her?
No, I don't think it's just kind of like an identity dream sequence kind of thing. Because
it's just
Rey's just kind of a big question mark.
It's just like the Lion King. Remember who you are.
She doesn't, though.
Another Disney freaking crap.
See?
True.
It's all a call back.
The beginning fight scene when Poe was flying around shooting the turrets, and he did like that like, what do you call it? A drift, and he was like holding on to the side of a ship like he was leaning because he was hitting that corner so hard and stuff like that. And the way his TIE fighter looked, I'm not TIE fighter, X-Wing, it was black and orange.
Yeah, I like his X-Wing. Yeah.
That was good. And
That's
then
cool.
It immediately went into a joke.
I liked Carrie Fisher's jewelry.
Did she have jewelry on?
Oh, yeah, big time.
I don't know.
How come she doesn't have the same hairstyle?
Hey, what happened to the buns?
She
You
even
know what I
mentioned
mean?
that when Luke showed up. She's like, I bet you thought I'd have a different hair. Or, I bet you noticed I changed my hair or something.
Oh,
like
that's right. Yeah, I forgot that's what she's referencing. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but why did she?
I'd be like, no, I noticed you're not wearing a chainmail bikini this time, actually.
I think too old for that, Leia. Put your clothes back on. I just like I said, the biggest part of this movie I could have forgave
fun.
almost all of this except for how they did Luke.
Yeah,
It made
that could've
no
saved.
sense. It made no sense.
And chill on the camp,
And the what?
on the campy kind of humor.
Yeah, the humor was. You can have humor, but every one of them was out of
Pace it.
place.
Pace
It
it.
was so out of place.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're making a joke of the
Pace it and place
First
it.
Order, and now they're not scary. Hux. You don't fear Hux. He's an idiot.
I never feared Hux. I
Still,
don't
but
really
they
fear
could-
that
No,
actor.
he was always a bad character. But they could have cast that character with somebody else. But that guy just bothers me. But so what?
He was good in Ex Machina and
Yeah, he was.
that Black Mirror episode.
Oh, yeah.
See, I never
like
saw that. But,
one.
we're gonna have to say something about that real quick too, because I watched that new season. Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, no.
Black Mirror?
No,
I haven't
wait.
seen it.
Anyway, that's
Any other good things about the Star Wars
Yeah,
movie?
come on.
the light speed thing when the way it was filmed and how they made it go up on screen when she smashed in that ship.
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
cool
you
as hell.
mentioned
That was a
that.
cool
his
shot.
his major Snoke's ship was cool looking. Like it was that giant freaking.
All the
dreadnought.
ships were cool. I liked all the ships. Everything looked good. I mean, aside from the speeders on the
Plus,
Red
here's another
Planet.
thing. Those weren't the Republic or the Resistance bombers were Y-wings.
Well, that was back then. They changed like if every generation. It seems like they had
don't-
different ones
But
back
they
in
didn't
the.
change the X-wings.
Well, that's because everybody knows the X-wing and it's popular and it sells in toys.
It's just that there's such a missed opportunity, and that's just inexcusable in my book for a Star Wars movie these days. Like I said, with the amount of money you can throw at a movie like this and do whatever you want, obviously he can do whatever he wanted because he fucked up this bad. Like it was his own thing. Now JJ, I can just picture JJ when he was sitting at home watching this, like calling
He's
him
like,
up
"Oh,
on the
man.
phone. Like, what are you doing
I got
to
a
me?
clean house.
Yeah. Now what am I gonna do? Never mind. I don't want to direct the 9th one. Good luck. Have fun. What else did I like? I liked. I mean, even though Luke didn't do anything the first time he kicked on a lightsaber, seeing him again like that was awesome, but led to nothing.
What were those creatures that like maintained the island, and why are they there? And are they
Yeah,
just
the
drinking
nuns,
the boob
the
milk?
island
And
nuns. And that's another thing too.
they've been helping the Jedis for years. Then how is he just stumbled upon this place, and how do they know he was there?
Right, and when they did that whole joke when she cut that rock off and it ran down the hill and knocked off their cart.
Yeah,
She was like 2 inches away from killing those things.
Yeah.
So she was just disregard. She didn't care about light. She didn't give it. What if
Jake, it was funny.
I can give that joke a maybe. The rest of them, I think, were so out of place and just so weird and forced. It was just,
Good pun.
oh yeah, forced. Yeah, I didn't realize I didn't. This was my worst fear. When I first heard Force Awakens was coming out, this was my fear when I went into the movie, was like seeing it and being like, oh God, they're doing it again, like the prequels all over again. Because it was the same level of disappointment. I felt it before. I felt this before, Justin. When I sat in
This
those
is a feeling I haven't felt in a long time.
It didn't scare me before. It sure fucking scares me now, right, Luke? The prequels had the same feel where I sat through these because they're Star Wars, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it was very Phantom Menace-y to me because that's my.
it's sad. It really sucks. It really sucks because it's just, especially like I said, me being an old school fan that was my whole life was Star Wars. I was around. Star Wars was around, so this was supposed to be the ending of that saga I've been waiting for my whole life. Not Rogue One, not an offshoot Solo. Not they can do whatever they want with that. Like,
Well,
Liberty's
maybe there's hope for 9, A New Hope,
but
A newer hope.
the newest hope.
I hope there's hope
They're just
because
gonna
I don't
have-
I don't know what they're gonna do.
4-hour-long movie.
For what though? What are you gonna put in there? Bunch of people dying?
Bunch of hobbits trying to get rid of a ring.
I want to make I want to make like a meme of all the old characters, like a cartoon of all the old characters in line, like going through a door, like cattle at a fucking cattle thing where they're just shooting them in the head,
Yeah.
and then have Kathleen Kennedy and Ryan Johnson standing there, and these guys are just one by one walking through the door, like you got these old guys like Admiral Akbar, whoever they're killing, and just having them as soon as they walk through the door, boom, drag them off, throw them in a hole, boom, and they're just
I
like
like
marching down the line, and they just go through the Star Wars universe and just start killing everything off because that's what they did. It's like they sacrifice everything for their new product because there's not supposed to be any more after this of the Skywalker.
Well,
thing.
not in this.
So what are you doing?
I don't know.
Why are you killing anybody
Why are you
until the end?
why are you making new storylines?
I mean, I appreciate going to it. I had fun with Daryl. It was fun. We had some good drinks. I got a Christmas drink from the bartender. That was pretty cool. That was my favorite part of the movie.
Oh yeah,
Popcorn was pretty good too. And I got candy for 50 cents because there's some deal. Andover movie theater. I'll shout out to them. I think I'm gonna go there from now on.
I've heard they're pretty.
It's not bad.
Economical.
They're cheap. And even the popcorn and stuff was $12 instead of going to Maple Grove. It's like $25.
AMC over here in Coon Rapids is
$22
for a movie
No, for a popcorn
and a pop. Like
no,
their number one.
extra large popcorn and 2 pops.
Yeah, that's the smallest popcorn. Like sometimes I'll be like, well, I'm just gonna get the small popcorn, a small pop, because it's like $8 or whatever. Nope, smallest you can get is large, and it's like $16.
And it tastes like shit these days. That
I had
popcorn
to
actually
load
tasted
it
pretty
with
good.
butter to make it taste good.
This one they did when they were filling you up. They did like the half and half for you too. So then you went over to the butter station too, and you just put on drizzle on top with some salt.
Oh, I like when places.
It was
do
really
that,
good.
Yeah.
The only thing I need to fix, I need to come up with an invention to get that salt in the middle, because you eat half the bag and then it's just plain.
He's got to salt it and shake it and refill it and salt it and shake it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't
You got
know.
to do half and half.
But
You gotta
and
shake it correctly.
those the people there were nice. The workers there were nice. It wasn't obnoxiously crowded. I mean, it was good.
We did sit in the handicap section.
Well, we just moved over
if it's
because there was
open.
nobody else there. We were literally the seats next to him, that open spot.
I'm sure
for
you'd
the-
have given them up if somebody would have rolled
Oh,
in
of
there.
course.
Oh, big time.
Not me. You're like, fuck you. Those seats are open. Go sit over there.
Yeah, Jake probably would.
No. If somebody rolled up in a wheelchair, they have those big spaces for them just to sit. They don't need my chair. But I'm telling you, that's where they do. They sit like that. I'm not being that way. I just. Here we go again. That's all I have to say. Like, it's just like, God dang it, man. I
So
can't
when's
even-
the next one out? Like 2020?
2019.
After Indiana Jones gets killed off.
It's supposed to be spring 2019, which I think will be moved to Christmas 2019.
So like
False.
a year from now?
Yeah, because Solo's this
BS.
year, and then it'll be they're
False.
supposed to be spring 2019.
So when is Solo out then?
March this year.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said that.
Or May.
That's
March.
really
Not March.
really soon.
Well, it's been in production for
So then
2
what are they
to
going
3
to do
years.
for the next 12 months until something else comes out?
Try to dodge all this shit? I mean, Ryan Johnson was even out there trying to explain himself. Like, we're just trying, blah, blah. It's just like, dude, shut up. You know exactly what you did. You're not going to trick anybody.
We're going to rub your face in it.
Yeah.
Bad
I mean, I can see a kid that's 10 years old liking this
Pink
movie.
flamingos.
Like, if I brought my niece to this, she'd probably enjoy it. But I think she would have the same questions I did. Like, why is Luke, what?
Well, because she's seen them. Yeah.
Right. I just,
She's smart.
I'm very disappointed.
Disappointed.
What's that Kevin Sorbo thing?
Exactly.
Disappointed with that fake beard on. I just, I was prepared to be disappointed. That's the thing. Like, I
Yeah,
heard
I
that
hate
people
that.
hated this shit. And actually, I had one spoiler. Because I was flipping through Twitter, of course, which I don't know why I do. And somebody was like, if Leia can force herself back onto a ship. And I was like, and turned it off. And I'm like, if they do that, I'm going to hate this movie.
Yeah.
And they did
I
it.
got the Luke thing spoiled. I'm like, shit, I think Luke dies or some shit.
Well, you figure that would. I wouldn't even care if he died, but do
well,
it in
that's kind of
battle.
why, yeah.
Like, not because you stressed yourself out projecting yourself across for nothing.
Maybe he just because he thought he could do all he could do there. Because it seemed very peaceful. It was like
or like I said, maybe he is so powerful they haven't just
he's
showed yet.
He's
that
becoming one with the Force.
Well,
kinda.
or that he could project himself in 2 places.
Or that, yeah.
And he just wanted to see what Rey was about. Those kind of things. But I don't know. It's just there's so much and they're little messages that they sneak in here about stuff, and it's just like, put that in something else, man. I don't want that in my Star Wars. I would just want a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Please stop trying
Put it
to
in a Star Wars
put your
story.
own spin on things and doing all these other things. Stay with what's going on. Force Awakens 7 was tolerable because Kaz didn't help write it. Kaz didn't help write the Solo part. That's why Han Solo felt like Han Solo. He wasn't in this movie. Like, he didn't help write in this movie. And you could tell it's not Luke. That's not Luke.
Yeah.
He always has this scowl on his face all the time.
Yeah.
And here's my last
Kids
point.
off my lawn.
Remember when Luke Skywalker says, I've seen this power only once before. Didn't scare me then, but it scares me now. Remember when he saw Rey do the thing?
Yeah,
If it didn't scare you then, why the fuck were you trying to kill him? It contradicts itself right there. Like,
True.
It scared you. That's why you tried to kill him, because it scared you, his power. But now you're saying it didn't scare me then, but it scares me now. It's just bad writing. It is bad writing. Film. It's bad.
I think we've maintained that there's some writing. Jeez, you're getting all sweaty.
Dude,
and stuff.
it kills me. nothing else. Like even Alien, I walked out of, but I wasn't ranting about it for months because it's like you fucked up this. This is Star Wars. This is a whole something else, and it just sucks, man.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So
I hope they can redeem themselves. I hope there's some kind of thing to pull out of this, but I don't think there is.
No, it's all over. It's just a dark, depressing future here on out. Well, there's always Yu-Gi-Oh! And, Pokemon's always going to be there for you.
Yeah,
and then we got Game of Thrones looking forward to
Pokemon.
look forward
No,
to.
that's 2019.
Yeah, it's just something. Same with John Wick 3.
I was looking forward to Black Mirror new episodes.
Hold on to it. Don't ruin it for us.
They're not. It's not bad. They're worth watching.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's
Not as good.
Just quiet.
I can already tell.
Just be quiet.
The very first episode's awesome. I remember that.
Be quiet.
Remember the trailer and it looked like Star Trek. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's one of the episodes,
Yeah.
and it is cool.
Yeah,
But
I wanted to see that one.
either way, there was something you wanted to say at the end of it before we. You wanted to mention something.
I was just going to ask you guys, what the hell did you do for New Year's? I didn't see any of you.
Oh yeah.
I know you were with your significant other, Justin.
Yeah, my butt.
You guys get to kiss at the ball drop or what?
I bet you she did.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we did it at East Coast time in case we passed out by midnight.
You
No,
fucking
you're
old
getting
people.
old. Oh, my God. Really?
I'm like, well, this is when the ball's dropping in New York, which is the big deal. So
Yeah,
we did
true.
the whole 3,
That
2,
is
1.
so you,
but
man.
then I made it for midnight. She didn't.
That is so you guys.
I don't know what else did it. I had something go. Was that the night I had the Harmar show?
Yes.
No.
Wasn't it? Or was you
No,
went?
that was the Friday night before.
Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I was jealous.
I
How
had
was
a-
that concert, by the way?
That was a great concert.
I'm jealous.
Local shows are the best.
Soul
First
Asylum.
half
That'd be
is the
cool to
best.
see Soul Asylum.
That was cool. Yeah.
Are they old as shit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude's still pretty active and can sing, but you can tell he's got that.
They do Runaway Train and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Got
yeah,
some
yeah.
money to shove. Did they play that one?
I think so.
I need somebody to shove.
Yeah. Yeah. They played some really old stuff. Like, man, this is like '92.
Yeah. I don't know Harmar Superstar. I don't know who they are. Or he is.
It was.
Whatever.
Well, it's like a whole band, kind of actually, but yeah, it's a pretty good show.
I just went to my buddy Jimmy's in Elk River, Minnesota, and we played darts and drank whiskey shots. We had some whiskey drinks. We had some vodka drinks.
We had some lager drinks.
We had some awesome
cider
food.
Closet
drinks.
juice drinks.
His wife, man, can cook some food. When we had that, I was playing. I had to show the
Stevie
food.
was with you?
Yeah, Stevie came.
Cool.
She bring her sparkling juice for her champagne.
Oh,
at the end.
God.
She loves that. It's
Oh,
funny.
jeez.
She stayed upstairs and played cards with people and stuff. Me and Jimmy and his buddy, they wanted to play darts, so I had to show him how that goes. And that didn't work out for him. Then we went and played pool, and Jimmy just like slapped
Took
me
you to
around the
town.
room. Yeah.
Payback.
Yeah, but it was fun, man. It was low key. We left after
That's
the
what I did.
ball
Yeah.
drop, got home before the bars were out, so we could just be home.
I went over to my buddy's house and played Cards Against Humanity with him and his new fiance.
No
he
boy.
just, he just proposed 2 days ago. Buddy Dylan and Bree, they're getting married. They're talking about having a wedding in the Redwoods.
That'd be cool.
I'm gonna go there.
I
I
was
think
like,
this spring. I'm gonna
he's
check
like,
that out.
if you're gonna have a destination wedding, that'd be kind of a cool place to have it.
Absolutely. Pictures just by itself. The pictures
Yeah,
are
that
sick.
place looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it was like
It's a beautiful
it was
area,
funny
too.
because it was like 11:59 and we didn't have like a TV on or nothing because we were just playing. But everybody at the table was just quiet because we're all just so tired. Like I'm used to waking up at 4:50 every day. I mean, that time, and so are they. And he had to work the next day. And all of a sudden, I look, it's 11:59. I'm like, oh, the ball's gonna drop. So I went on Google and typed in ball drop. Then we just
You
counted
gotta be
down.
careful with that search.
Oh,
Trust
You-
me.
I said NBC like New
No.
Year's Eve ball drop. I didn't go. Yeah.
Yeah, because the
Thank
regular
you.
drop for us was New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
the
that's
Fleur de
where they
Lis
do
or
it.
whatever. I just loved watching all these famous people in New York freezing their asses off.
Dude, New Orleans was like 29 degrees.
It was
That's-
cold, man. It was
crazy.
cold, but it was
Man,
funny.
there's some bad music acts too. I was like,
Jenny
ugh.
McCarthy, what did you do to
Dude,
yourself?
did you see her making out with Donnie Wahlberg too?
No, are they married? Oh, that's right. They're married.
He's
then.
my husband, Donnie. He's just like, hey.
Yeah. Dude, she used to be one of my favorites, man. I still have the Rolling Stone cover with her
She's-
and the hot dog and the mustard.
Batshit crazy too.
Remember that?
No.
I do.
Yeah, I still have that one.
Donnie Marie
Rolling Stone
Osmond?
covers back in the day, man. Oh yeah.
Jennifer Aniston one. I
Yep.
specifically went to buy that one because her butt was on the
I
cover.
remember saving the Britney Spears ones.
Britney Spears, you know?
Wow, you guys are ridiculous.
Hey man, some of those Rolling Stones photographers, they know. What
Did
they're
you ever
doing.
go eat at Hooters?
Yes.
You've seen like the guys that would eat at a fucking
Yeah,
Yes.
did
I went
eat
there
it.
once, and
I ate
it
at
was
the Mall of America. I had a shirt somewhere.
slap some ass while you're there because
No, it's-
before
Dude, I was,
anybody said
17.
anything.
Leave me alone.
it's
Oh, yeah.
it was just uncomfortable.
It is.
It's
Dude,
like
but their
it's
mini
like, I
corn
don't-
dogs are
you know,
bomb.
You're like, looking up in the sky. I'll have cheese curds. You don't want to look at them because you're just like, I know you're supposed to, but I'm not that big of a dick. Like I'll do that when you're not looking.
Jake's like a guy who goes to a strip club and says like, I'm sorry.
Dude,
I know.
Dude, I've done that. I've sat there and talked to strippers about their life dreams and like where their life's going. Oh yeah, what are you going to school for? Because I didn't know what the fuck to do. It's like you're sitting there with your boobs hanging out. It's weird for me. I'm sorry. Anyway, I did go to the Mall of America Hooters, and me
Yeah.
and my buddy got a pitcher of beer, Golden Light, $24.
Oh, come
And that's the last
on.
time I ever went back to a Hooters. Get the hell out of here with that. And this was back in the day when beer was cheaper than it is now. Like we used to be able to get $1 beers all the time.
Yeah, I remember that.
$24.
Yeah.
Well,
Turn of the
well,
century beers.
Obviously, they went out of business, so they weren't.
No, they're still around. Hooters and Mall of
no,
America's still there.
it's gone.
No, it ain't.
It's
I was
right
just there.
across from Smash.
Yeah, we were just there. It was there when we went for Matt's.
I could have swore to God the shit was going to be closed or in process.
I know you
of
probably
being
don't
closed.
remember it because we were at the Mall of America for like 32 seconds that time for his bachelor party.
Oh yeah, how
but-
could you forget that? I'm looking it up right now.
I'm pretty sure
I'm pretty sure
Hooters
it's
and-
there still. Because I was
Yeah,
like,
I had a t-shirt and I
vividly
went there.
remember.
I
was
was
in high
looking for a
school, man.
nice place to take my girlfriend for dinner.
Not
so
to Hooters.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go.
Oh, bring her to Cheesecake Factory.
I was gonna say, what's your lady's favorite place? That's
Cheesecake.
There's not a bunch
Cheesecake.
of cheesecake factory.
Get that cheesecake in you, lady.
Yeah. Is that Guido saying that?
what about-
Cheesecake Factory?
what about-
Cheesecake?
Jack's?
It's expensive though. If
I
you
took
want
her to Gastoff's
that's
last
nothing.
weekend.
Well, that's pretty
That was
close.
Pretty
pretty
expensive.
I love
bought
that place.
I got the
though.
platter. It was like $48.
Yeah. Bring her to Jack's though, because it's like that setting. It's like that.
I've been there many times.
Bring her there, but it's like $150.
Look into something ethnic, man. You can get some cheap ethnic food and get.
Fuck
really
that.
good.
We're just gonna go to Chipotle and save to go on a trip somewhere. How about
Don't
that?
get ethnic food if you're afraid of pooping around her.
Oh, I
That's
know,
true.
right?
Because you're gonna have to go home. You ain't gonna be able to
Oh,
stay
yeah.
overnight without fear of smoking that sucker out in the middle of the night. I've been there, dude.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember one time I was at this girl's place, and I really had to go, and I held it for like 5 hours until she fell asleep finally. Like I was literally laying next to her, sweating, and I'm waiting for her to go to bed because I really liked her. So I go downstairs,
Oh yeah, I know
and
that move.
she didn't have a bathroom per se. It's
Lori
just a
wondered
toilet
why
in
we
the
needed
middle
to
of
get a place
downstairs.
with 2 bathrooms when we moved in here. I was like, you need
that.
Just trust me.
And I was just sitting. I remember sitting on this toilet because I had to turn the light on. It was an unfinished basement, so it's wide
Oh,
open.
yeah.
I'm sitting on a toilet like this at like 5 a.m, just like
Been
looking
there.
at me, hoping nobody's seeing me through the window. Her fucking dog comes down and won't leave me alone.
Starts like licking your foot.
Yes, I'm like, get out of here. I'm trying to be quiet, not to wake her up, and it was terrible, dude. It's a horrible thing to have happen to you. It's
You have
really
to
bad.
wipe like 50 times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Too.
It was just terrible.
Toilet needed to be plunged.
Yeah, because we had been
The
drinking
sink didn't work.
shitty beer and eating fried food at the bar, like that kind of thing. And it had been sitting in there and just like, it was supposed to come out 5 hours ago. And now it's been sitting in there brewing.
Welcome to Cyber Lunch.
Can I do one more? As long as we've done that kind of story. I just want to tell this story because the Duluth story. I have to.
Okay.
It'll be quick. And then
Go
we'll be
quick
done.
then.
Our buddy Matt and me decided to go to Duluth for the weekend and hang out and just, drink up and sit on we had a hotel sitting on Superior. It was really nice. The thing was, this hotel was really old. It was like an old style hotel.
Yeah, one of those classic buildings.
Well, everything I ate that weekend, for some reason, Duluth food did not sit with me. And plus, we were drinking Jameson and Spotted Cow, like nonstop,
Heavy beer.
brewing in your guts. So I wasn't feeling good. We get up in the morning. I go in the bathroom and it was really, really not
Destroyed
good.
it?
Really bad. And I tried to do I did courtesy flushes. I did the whole thing, but I was in there for a while.
Reminds me of Dumb and Dumber.
Yes, that's what it was.
Oh,
So I
Don't
go,
use that toilet. It's broken.
huh?
totally.
So I get done, toilet clogs, right?
Ugh.
I got, bad. Like, it was horrible. And I'm like, oh my God, this thing is, well, we're leaving. We're going to breakfast anyway. And they're going to come clean our room. So I'm
you
just
guys
like,
checking out that day?
no, it was we had another
Oh,
day.
no.
So I'm like, we'll get out of here. Whatever. They'll take care of it when they come in to clean our room and stuff. No, so I won't have to deal with it. So we walk out, we walk across the parking lot to go, and I'm like, I forgot my wallet. I was like, Matt, go up and get my wallet for me. And he's like, there ain't a chance in hell. I'm going up there. He was embarrassed and blah, 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 because it was terrible. So I'm like, okay, I just run up. We just walked out. I'll just run up real quick. I come running up the stairs. I even took the stairs so I didn't meet him in the elevator and have to follow him down just in case. Like, thought about this.
Oh, with their cart.
I go running up the stairs. I come out the door. I'm staring in the face of this broken soul of a what do you call him?
Housekeeping maid?
Yes. She looks directly at me, and they're in our room. Like, and she's walking out with the plunger and everything else. And I just stopped and stared at her. I could have kept walking and be like, oh, hi, and just kept going.
But you needed your wallet.
I needed my wallet. And who knows how long they were going to be in there. And I looked at her, and she looked at me, and I saw, like, all the hopes and dreams of her life had been just destroyed because of what she had just been through. And it was the most awkward damn thing ever. And I had to walk in that room, grab my wallet, and like, I'm sorry, and just run out of there. And then I had to see her again before we left. She passed in the hall again, and she didn't even look at me.
Housekeeping.
Oh, it was just terrible.
You want me plunge your
Matt thought it
toilet?
was the funniest thing he'd ever heard in his life.
Well, obviously, because you're telling the story again.
It was bad. That was one of my most embarrassing moments.
Mortified nation.
Oh.
Is that the secret question?
Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Who's doing the secret question?
I don't know.
Well, I think you just kind of did involuntarily. What was the most embarrassing
Oh,
moment?
yeah, there you go.
All right, I'll do one real quick. I remember one day I was at
Oh, God.
I was at high school. This was after I transferred out, so I was at Anoka. I transferred out from Champa Park, which was shitty for me. New kid in a new school in high school is not fun.
It's
So-
not. I had a great time.
No. So I think this was junior year. I was in the bathroom. I was standing at the urinal, and I remember unbuttoning my pants to go to the bathroom, and this button was attached by just fabric wire, just plopped right off. I remember seeing it arc up, and then just take a big curve right down, and bloop, right in the toilet.
Like your top button?
Yeah.
Okay.
The button. And I'm like, oh, jeez, these are my loose pants. This sucks.
My loose pants.
So I didn't have a belt or anything. So I'm just like, okay. So I go to my next class. Well, I think I ended up texting my mom. I'm like, Mom, can you bring me a belt up to school? My button popped off. So it was kind of getting near the end of class. So I left class early, and I was waiting out front, kind of standing in the big entry vestibule way. We could see the cars pull up. And the moment she pulled up, I saw her, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to go out and I'm going to go meet her and grab it. The bell rings, so people are coming out of the classrooms. So I go to reach up to open the door, forgetting them holding up my pants, and they just drop trow, and everybody's kind of heading out of their classrooms right into the vestibule.
Oh, my God.
I've been there, man. It sucks so bad. It
Yeah.
sucks so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for people like us who are not like Daryl, it wouldn't bother him as much. He'd be like,
Like,
oh, look at that.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
look
Jack
at
Black
it.
my way out
Yeah.
of this. Look at
Yeah,
me.
Daryl or Justin and I would like traumatized for life. Look, we still remember that shit.
Yeah.
Like you still, and you remember the level of like, oh my God, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't have any as
That's exactly the
humorous.
point right there. He doesn't have.
The only thing I can think of that was like mildly embarrassing is I had to pee, and I was on like this excursion near the Hoover Dam or whatever. It was like the rivers in between like the canyons or whatever, the valley. And I went to go pee, and the water was like 40 degrees or like 52. It was like super cold, especially for that temperature. So I dipped my feet in. I forgot my sandals back on the boat, but I ran on the sand to like a spot in the shade. I did my business. And then I stepped back on the sand, scorching,
Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez.
and my feet were dry. So I had to do a frying pan run from wherever I was, which seemed like a football field, to run into the water. And that was probably one of the most painful and embarrassing experiences of my life.
How far was it?
I
That's
don't
the
even
most-
remember, but
A
it's
mile.
just it seemed like it
It's-
because
yeah.
it was so hot.
That just proves my point with you right away that you don't get embarrassed by stuff because that's not embarrassing at all.
Really?
That's so weird that that's embarrassing to you because I wouldn't be embarrassed by that. I'd be
Well,
like,
then
oh, hot,
later
hot,
on,
hot, hot.
later on that same day, I had to pee really bad, so then I dumped out a whole Gatorade bottle and peed into it in the back of the bus.
I've done that 100 million times in my life.
I did that when I
It
was a kid because I didn't want to go wake up my parents by going to the bathroom, and they found it. And they're
Piss
like, what
jugs.
the hell are you doing?
piss jugs, man. I've
Pretty
done that.
much.
I've
Yeah,
done
but
that.
when you're 7 years old and you got to improvise,
I got
Somebody
spotted.
had a
That's my
big-
pee drawer. Leave me
somebody had a
alone.
big Gatorade mess to clean up back there.
I was on a boat with my grandpa when I was younger fishing.
Well, yeah, if you're
and I had-
fishing.
No, but I had to pee. And so I'm standing up on the bow, like scared anyway, because I'm whipping my thing out in front of people. I'm not used to doing that when I'm a kid. And I look up, and there's this boat of a family, like 6 feet away from us, with girls on it, and everything else. And I'm just standing there with my little wiggler out, and my grandpa's holding onto my belt. And that's embarrassing when you're just like, oh, man. And you can't stop peeing. to like do anything. So you're just like, nowadays
Usually
I
my
wouldn't bother
bladder
me.
would choose to stop peeing at that moment.
I won't even stand on a boat bow and pee normally.
It's tough.
because you're looking around. You're like, somebody's in their house. They can see this.
Everybody
Like,
got 360 view of your.
because I know
you
if
and
I
your
was up in my
business.
house, I'd be like, oh fuck, look at this guy. You know. So I don't know. Maybe that's just because that's my neuroses or something.
I
but
think
I
we're
might have to
just
think about that
neurotic.
a little harder because
lots of school embarrassing things, man. I had a lot.
Yeah, a
of
lot
things
of
like
it's in
that.
high school or middle school.
I've seen some
Asking a
shit.
chick you like to sign your yearbook and
They say no.
or
and
turn
laugh
away.
at you.
Yeah.
I had I asked a girl to sign my yearbook, and she was with her other cool 3 friends, but she was always kind of nice to me.
Oh,
But
yeah, so
she was around her friends. And she's like, no, and they all start laughing. I'm just walk away like that Charlie Brown song.
What?
No, there's like in
Ding,
Arrested
ding,
Development.
ding.
Yeah, and he's just walking away with his head down. That's how I felt. And those are embarrassing moments where it just like traumatizes you. Like, why would you do that to somebody?
I was dating a chick for a week and she broke up with me because she said her friends were making fun of her too much.
There you
That's
go.
happened to me.
That's much better.
That's way better than running across hot sand.
Oh, you know what's super embarrassing is pain.
Daryl, that's
some Japanese shit if I
yeah.
ever heard it.
Daryl, that's what humans call embarrassment. The other part's called just like, oh shit. Like that's all that is.
It's just called oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh, it's hot. Oh shit. Oh
shit.
But I was like, that was like, fuck, what the hell is that movie? Drag Me to Hell screams coming back running. And everybody thought I got either A, bit by a rattlesnake or a tarantula or some crazy scorpion or
How are
some
you? I'd
shit
be like, who's that idiot guy who's not wearing shoes in
Well,
the
I was
desert?
like fucking like 10 years old.
Oh, I thought this was recent.
No. Like I was
Okay,
They
so
probably
I
just
can-
think
I
you're a
can
loud,
see-
stupid kid then.
I guess, but like everybody thought that I was dying, judging on how I was screaming because the sand was so hot.
Different perspective as a 10-year-old.
The best embarrassment story is your freaking old Chicago crap. That was the
Oh,
greatest,
oh, no.
single greatest thing that I've ever seen
Basically,
in my
I just
life.
blurted out an obscenity, a sexual
Not even
obscenity.
it was not. It was a sexual move
Yeah.
that you were This is when you were. This girl, this waitress, was kind of good looking, and
She
we
was
saw
cute.
her
Yeah,
all the time.
I think I remember going up there and be like, oh, yeah, she's working.
She was one of
cool.
our regular when we used to go up there all the
Yeah.
time. And you were talking about something like, "Ooh, I'd do something." You were saying something, and she's standing right behind you.
B's
dude.
and T's and A's
Oh
and G's.
my
and-
god! And I just looked at you, and
I remember just saying it and then slow panning and going, oh, there she is up here.
I didn't. You did that twice to her.
I believe I did.
specifically.
Yeah.
God, that was funny.
Did you get her number?
You could have.
Knowing me,
because she
I-
thought it was funny.
Knowing me, I probably tried.
No, you didn't.
Hitting on waitresses is kind of, well, wanting to hit on waitresses
Yeah.
was kind of my thing back in the day.
God, that was funny, man. Because I'm looking at you, and I see her walking up, and I can't tell you to shut up because that would be
You just give me
embarrassing
the
too.
eyes.
I'm just like, and you just say this. I mean, it was like locker room talk, like
It wasn't crude, but it was.
the first one was absolutely was.
Oh, okay.
You were talking about that, like
well,
straight
yeah,
out.
some people like that.
Oh my god, it was so funny. And she's just walking up, and she's like, "Can I get you anything?" Like immediately just goes right into
well,
her spiel.
didn't
and
you
I'm like,
hear me, lady?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can get me something.
yeah. God, that was funny.
I wasn't as smooth as I
I would like
was.
some cherry pie.
God, that was
Drink
funny.
of water, such a sweet surprise.
Tastes so good, make a grown man cry.
Sweet cherry pie.
Cause she's only 17.
No, we're not
man.
going there, Daryl. That's not allowed
Okay,
anymore.
sorry.
That's Kevin Spacey talk right there.
That's Winger.
I know.
Okay.
Those good moments. Anybody out there have embarrassing moments you can tell us?
Yeah,
Derek?
I would like some embarrassing moments. That's something everybody can enjoy.
Didn't somebody hit us up on the chat or
Oh yeah,
something
Andrew
or another?
was asking those couple of questions.
He
that you
just said
on
Kurt
the-
Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew, what do you want to talk about Kurt Russell for?
And he
What
just
the
said,
hell
Maybe that was
all
part of. Oh,
about?
you know what? That was probably his choice for whose
Oh, the
movie catalog he can pick. That's a pretty good
"Oh yeah,
choice.
that's true. That's true. That's true." Oh,
'Cause
when
you
we were
got-
talking like if it
you
would
got
be
Big
Arnold
Trouble
or,
in Little
You
China.
got McCready from
Tango and Cash, man.
L.A.
Escape from L.A.
Escape from LA.
Yeah.
Snake Plissken.
The Thing. He fought
Yep,
aliens, so
McCready.
he's cool.
What was the one you first said?
Dude, what was that one where he's in a?
That's a really good
where
one.
he
I
was
like
like
Big
a-
Trouble in Little China.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah.
What was
that's
the one where he was like the soldier kid that grew up to be a? I think was it called Soldier?
I think so.
And it was like a
maybe.
futuristic thing where he
Maybe.
was like had to, you know.
What about Chris Pratt's dad?
Yeah, he was the
Oh,
Living Planet. Yeah, that's a
there
good
you
one. That's a really good
go.
one. What else did Andrew say though? He said something on our YouTube channel.
No, I said that was the Backlog Boys. That was Austin.
Oh, that's right.
and,
That's right. That's right. Oh yeah, Austin, if you're listening, you definitely we can talk about my UMDs with my PS3 if you're interested. I mean, not my PS3, my
PSP.
PSP. You can
UMDs.
definitely, yeah, you can definitely.
Is that Universal Media Discs?
Yes. if you're interested in those, that's definitely something that they're just.
I am
sitting
a
there.
robot. I want to be inside of a car.
Care.
Yeah. So yeah. That's,
Yeah, no, they were just talking about my choice for IG-88 and saying how much of a bastard he was in Shadows of the Empire
I
game.
don't remember that game.
N64.
And 64. Well, they got a playthrough of it, so.
Yeah, you should
I'll
look
check
it
it
up.
out.
Backlog Boys.
Backlog Boys.
IG-88.
The guys that we're going to be talking to about
Yeah, IG-88 was the guy.
Yeah.
the
our
bounty
viewing
hat.
party. We're still going to do that.
Yes.
Coming up too.
Absolutely.
It has to come up too because I'll be gone from like the 22nd. I'm saying I'm probably going to be on until second.
2023.
No, probably first of like the week of February. That first or second week, I probably won't be able to.
Send Jake his get well soon.
No, don't worry about it. So.
Hey everybody, this has been another episode of Cyber Lunch. Thank you guys for sticking around. Hit us up at cyberlunch1@outlook.com if you have any thoughts, questions, or persuasions. Also, you can hit us up on our Facebook page, Facebook, Cyber Lunch.
Everything.
What?
Cyber Lunch 1, right?
No, yeah, for the email.
Yeah.
But just type us up on Facebook. I'm actually working on getting a domain, so we're going to have a website up. So we're just going to be able to post episodes right to that website as well as YouTube. Might be a little bit easier. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, I know there's some concerns about how we broadcast our podcast, so I'd like to also get it on iTunes and stuff. If there's a preferred
We're going to be
podcast
crawling
format.
our way up that proverbial ladder as soon as we possibly can.
I'll worry about that when we're in like the 200 plus people.
Yeah, you 40 can
Yeah.
go to YouTube. Give us
Yeah.
your time.
Yeah,
Watch YouTube
Eric.
for 2 hours while Jake
Yeah.
bitches at it.
Yeah,
Eric.
yeah, you're gonna listen to me complain the whole entire time this time around. So sorry about that, but I'm anyway.
Thank you guys so much. I'm Daryl.
I'm Justin.
I'm Jake. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Did you even get to play this?
No,
Play any of it? Dead Rising 4?
no.
Why?
I did play. I put it in for a little bit, but Ashley's